Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday. So glad you're with us tonight. We've got 3 hours live from Los Angeles, and jewelry is on the way. We've got some exciting brand new. We've got a fabulous, it's interesting. This week has been very, we've had a lot. Sorry, there's a flashing light over there. It's catching my eye way back in the break room. There's a flashing light going off. Anyway, sorry, got my attention there. Doesn't usually happen. Maybe it's haunted. Maybe it's a little Friday the 13th. Who knows? But we've got a very special show. And what I was going to say was that we've really been specializing in kind of a really, you guys see that too, or is it just me? Okay, good. You guys see that? Back in the kitchen? Yeah, you go check it out. Back where the stove is. Anyway, well, listen, it's better than the fire that was, remember a couple months ago we had a fire back there. Anyway, I'm so glad you're with us because this is what's going to happen. We've got copper-bearing tourmaline. Now, this week, this is what the black cat has to be here too. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, we're going to get through it. We've got a very special show because we've got copper-bearing Rubilite tonight. So the last couple of days, we have been showing you amazing copper-bearing stones. They've been purple. We're going to bring you the even, can you believe it, rarer version of tonight. We've got copper-bearing Rubilite on the show. There are two. There's our really big 4 carat 95. There's a little bit smaller, but still I'm wearing it. It's the 2 carat 13, loaded with diamonds. Got that on the way. So this is a step up. Rubilite on its own is a rare tourmaline. We're going to bring you the copper bearing tourmaline that is going to be that same pinky red color. So it's pretty amazing. It's kind of like, again, you pile in a lot of rarity all in one. Then we add some great diamonds. Now we also do have an opal wheel. It's our black opal wheel. We're going to see incredible platinum pieces, lightning ridge, about 3 carat stones or so. We also have some new yellow diamond pieces. They are not single yellow diamonds. There's a lot of yellow diamonds, and they're going to be a floral design. I've actually got a ring to match the earrings. So we're going to see both of those. And then if you happen to be with me last night, we introduced a beautiful band. So much talk about this band here today because a lot of you just loving the band. Great idea because it's that really cutting edge new design we're seeing in jewelry going forward that you'll be seeing a lot of in the future. Well, we brought you a brush finish with diamond set burnished in that band. I'm going to have the matching earrings here tonight. So that's very exciting because it brings you maybe even a little bit more wearable, but a fun, fresh way to do hoop earrings for you. So we have that on the way as well. And there's even some, listen, we don't see this motif very often. It's the Hamsa hand. So a great talisman and protection symbol. We have that. I've only got 2 pairs. They're stud earrings. We have a white and a yellow. So that's here as well. Turquoise on the way. And wait till you see. We love to jam pack the first couple of minutes here with the biggest values. Tonight, no exception. Wait till you see what we have coming up in Brazilian alexandrite, a conch pearl. And the last 2 shows this week, Wednesday and Thursday, I started the show off with a turquoise necklace. We're going to do the same tonight, although it is brand new. These have been something that, I don't know, if I were planning the shows, probably it'd be like, let's just bring them all out together. But we're starting each and every show because the first 2 have been so quick to go. Wanted to bring you yet another amazing design in turquoise here tonight. So let's take a look at this one to start. Is my light on or off? Is it good? Okay. I've already turned it on a couple times. All right. So I think I got to go get that back on. So let me go do that, and we'll get an extra little bit of light here so we can help you out. But this is really important. So what we're going to see is, let me see if I can get that light back on for us. And then here's what we'll do. There it is. There, let there be light. So hopefully that's the last time I'll have to do that. So it's more Friday the 13th. Ooh, spooky, spooky, spectacular. But here we go with 112-8503. And it's going to be our turquoise. It's a round turquoise. It's a 119 in that turquoise round, and it's all gold, solid yellow gold, 14K, 3-point diamond, 1 individual stone, and yet it's got, well, actually, no, you know what? It's 3 points in diamonds, but there's a total weight because there's actually going to be a chain on this one that's going to give you, it is 3 points because there's a chain that's going to have a couple of diamonds as well. So the last previous 2 I've had actually have been just regular basic chains. They've been beautiful. This one has the diamonds in the chain as well. So let me show you from a distance. If you're not familiar with these types of kind of diamond by the yard styles, I'll try to center up the pendant for you so you can see what that looks like from a distance. There it is. And so this pendant's going to pop off that chain and work with other pieces as well if you'd like to. So you see you got a couple of diamonds extra in that chain as well that you can use with other yellow gold pendants certainly. And then there's your adjustability. It's got a lobster claw clasp, 16, 17, and 18 inches. inches in the length, and it is $499. So we're going to start that way as we started our last two shows where turquoise pendants that were similar but different have found their way out. But of course, we've never had enough of those $499 turquoise styles. So bringing you one here tonight. So to get us started, there are turquoise earrings that are new drops as well. We're going to see again conch pearl and Brazilian alexandrite. Two of the rarest stones I could ever show you in jewelry, and they're coming up in this first half hour that are inexplicable price tags. So here's what it looks like on the neckline as well, just so you can see another look at it. And you can see I've actually got, if I move it a little this way, it's going to be centered up among those diamonds, and of course a fabulous way to go. So there's our bright, stunning Sleeping Beauty turquoise, and you've got it in the yellow gold, stays in the yellow gold, and that chain is worth the price of admission all day long, but should be $999, brought it down to $499 for you instead. Makes it a lot easier, and that is going to be a one only. So we'll go back to the wheel, close up here, and again, for those of you that have spent the last couple of days missing out on similar turquoise pieces, I wanted to bring that to you right here off the bat up front. So there it is, $499. Okay, so then we're going to see, we've got a really, really special look. Again, tanzanite's here. We've got a silver South Sea pearl, so it's like a Tahitian, but it's instead of being more charcoal gray, it's got a more silvery tone to it. We're going to bring those big copper-bearing rubelites. I do have one new find Brazilian stone. There is only one of the entire inventory right now. So everything else has been gone, sold for a while. So if you love the turquoise blue greens of Paraiba, that's going to give it to you, but in a still Brazilian stone. So we're very excited about that. And tanzanite's here, beautiful diamond ring, a gold quartz marked down for you as well. But $499 on that turquoise. I'll keep moving. We got a lot to do. But there is a platinum piece, and this one truly spectacular. You know, it is the month of June, almost halfway through, and look at what we're bringing now. A stone that is an alternative to the traditional pearl birthstone of this month, and that is alexandrite. So it's the rare way to go. It's that super unusual, really, really rare. Of course, the tough thing is always to find a great color and a really maximized color change. That stone, bringing it to you. So this is amazing. And we have item number 112-7934. And how about that? That's a really stunning stone. It's got the blue greens as you see, but then you're already seeing a bit of purple. It is indicative of what that's going to change to if you were in incandescent light. So when in incandescent lighting, it goes all straight up purple all the way through the stone. And we have this one set in platinum. It's a 32-point Brazilian alexandrite. We know this stone is not typically in big sizes anyway. So if you're thinking, oh, 32 points, I'm not sure if that's going to be very large. Well, remember, it's a stone that really maxes out a lot of times at 50 points. That's considered a large stone. 25 points is considered a large stone. So when we get into a 32-pointer, I really prioritize what's the clarity like, what's the color change. If you get a stone that's only going to be a partial color change, and that's not what we do here, we like to bring you the stones that are best of, best of, best of. That's what we do. But again, if you really do prioritize having blue greens to purple reds, if you want a gorgeous clean stone, a lot of times these are hazy, they can be murky, they can be cloudy, they can be all of those things, and that's not the case here. You're getting a really bright, shining stone, and that's really tough to get. But for anybody who celebrates a birthday in this month of June, this is one that is your birthstone. It is just a more rare and unique variety of your birthstone than, let's say, pearl. There are a couple months that have different birthstones, not just one. Some months, like the month of May that we just wrapped up, well, that's got only one birthstone. But then, and same with April, only one. Same with February, only one. So going backwards, of course, January garnet, but that's got a whole array of different colors within that gemstone group, if you will. This is where, again, June has had an additional add-on. So it's, again, alexandrite, which is your color-changing chrysoberyl, and, of course, all the pearls. And that would include a lot of different varieties of pearls. So it's a fun way to get a stone that may be that great symbolic birthstone. Still very wearable, by the way. It's an 8.5 on the Mohs scale. So if you're not someone who has a lot of alexandrite, don't worry. That's really wearable to enjoy every day if you'd like to. And it's our 32-pointer with 20 points in diamonds. The most of the diamond weight is there among the three on either side. And then you've got a few extra pave stones here in the split design of that platinum. We'll try it on really quickly here for you. It's going to be a tad smaller than what I wear. So here's what it looks like from a distance away, and then we'll give you a huge break in the price. It was $39.99, taking it a lot lower than that. Basically, a blowout is what that is. And again, we're going to size it for you, so I wouldn't normally wear it there, but again, that's just where it's sized right now. We can size it up or down, however you need it, but that is something we'd love to do for free so that it takes one more thing off your plate when you shop for great jewelry, you're anxious to wear it, you get it at home, you start wearing it that moment you open it up and enjoy it forever. But that is a major discount here at even $19.99. But before we do that, let's try to get you on the phone lines, get you ready to go. Don't forget about the turquoise necklace that is still here with the diamonds in the chain for $499. But here's how we make an alexandrite, one of the most premium stones in the world, under even $1,000. We're going $999 for that one. It is one only, and we got the buys. I mean, I'll tell you, we know there's a lot going on. We know it's a big Friday night. We know the weather's getting good, right? I mean, we skip spring. We go straight to summer here in California. And again, a lot of places getting hot, right? You're thinking about those vacations, those reunions, those get-togethers, those events, all those parties. And this is where you're going to be proud to wear something new and fabulous and so unique that most people go their whole lives collecting jewelry and never see an alexandrite, let alone own one. So you've got it for $9.99. Also, the conch pearl, another rarity for us, but rarely comes down to what we'd all consider an affordable price tag. I've got one. So we'll break up the rings here with a turquoise earring. Now, I had a pair the other day. It was Wednesday night. They were quick to go, but look what we have. Another design in the white gold and something that you'll love. 112-8494 is our Sleeping Beauty variety, and I know there's a lot of people paying attention to what Sleeping Beauty, how it's being marketed. It's been around a while, but of course, mined out, and so a lot of people really moving up prices because of its rarity. And again, there's other turquoise out there that's plenty affordable, but it doesn't have the quality that you get with the Sleeping Beauty variety. That's important. So we've got 209 here in 8494, 209 in your pear shapes, and 16 points in your diamonds. They stay in the white gold, and it's just a beautiful arrangement here with that diamond. Notice how they did a diamond right at the base of the lever back, and then an additional diamond where there doesn't even really need to be one, but going that extra step, I like to point out these little special anomalies that you have where you're getting a bigger diamond that leads into your drop of turquoise, which of course frame beautifully. Lever back styles, really easy to wear, for pierced ears only. Yes, stay in the white gold. And then you've got a piece of jewelry you wear often, more often than not, probably, with turquoise being a stone that even if you're not thinking that way now, I promise you this, you'll be wearing this often and you'll realize very quickly that just looks good with everything. There is just not a color or a scheme or a pattern or a look that doesn't work with, and yet very, very, very high quality, but also very wearable. And so 1 inch in the drop, I'll try one on for you as well. They are going to be, oh, this is a big time earring. They are a $4,999 earring. Sleeping Beauty has been on the rise across the world of designer, and yes, it's really tough to find. And don't, take everyone's word for it, because there's a lot of people calling pieces of Sleeping Beauty when they're not. And that's something we're really, we're very particular about those things here. So again, I know there's a lot of wonkiness in the jewelry world, especially, now more than ever, but it's nice to have, the knowledge of knowing that you're shopping with, essentially family who really, again, we treat our customers like family. We really are dedicated to bring you the best values out there, and yet giving you unusual and unique pieces like this is, and yet giving you value on pieces that are still that quality, never having to compromise quality for value. It's just not what we do. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of $49.99, they're only $999 for the pair. So a great way to get a turquoise in an earring and really have a fantastic value to get something that's going to go with absolutely everything, whether you tend to hang out more in the neutral color palette or if you like more brights and neons or pastels. Always going to work. Year-round stone, looks amazing. And we'll go back to our wheel and see who's got them, because those should not be here for long. I'll tell you that. That's a really good buy on an earring that is always, again, that perfect color of brightness, sophistication. Of course, no matrix in those turquoise at all. And I got to turn the light back on. Gosh, I didn't think it was all that hot in here today, but hot outside, but I thought it was okay in here. But let's see, our light's being a little finicky here. So let me go do that, and then we are going to be on our way here to something new for you that is on the way, and that's the conch pearl. So very excited about that, and I know that can be a scary proposition. Conch pearls can be on the pricey side. They always are. We're going to do something different for you. A little bit more affordable than we've seen ever. Our conch pearl go, and it's in a ring, no doubt. I've had a couple affordable ones before, but they're usually in pendants. We're going to bring a ring out. So that's coming up on the way, and it's in platinum, 112-8074. Hey, everybody, nice to have you with us. We'll see who's checking in. Hi, Donna, thank you so much. Hi, Regina, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Sharon, who's with us and ready to shop. And then we go over to YouTube. We've got, hey there, Kirsten's ready for a little club TVON. Thank you so much. Hey there, Kathy, thank you so much. Kathy says, oh, yeah, it's the one and only this year. Is that right? Oh, that's good. So if we make it through this Friday the 13th, Kathy says it's our only one of 2025. So, okay. Does that mean this one's like extra, extra spooky? Because it's already been, right? And then, hey, Tracy, thank you so much. She says, happy Friday the 13th. Exactly. Happy Friday the 13th. Okay. So, yeah, you know, it's one of those where as long as you just make it through with nothing weird going on, we're okay with that. So here we are. Shopping's always a great remedy, and staying in, and again, kind of, I look at, a lot of people do, you know, like escapism, right? Whatever your happy place is, you got to go there to escape the realities of the world sometimes, right? I think for a lot of us, it's probably shopping, right? Shopping, sitting back, kicking back. Little jewelry shopping, it's nice. I mean, that's the good news about, that's one of the things I admire about our business so much is that, you know, ourselves and all of our cohorts in this business, I got to say, sometimes, you know, we're always here. We're always here. We're like, you know, the come rain or shine, right? We're always here for you. And I think it's nice because sometimes it's really needed as that little, you know, respite from the rest of the world. So I think it's really, we're always, that's kind of our commitment to you is no matter what's going on elsewhere, we make it a point to be here with you, to give you that reprise and give you something really just a little bit of happiness and joy for every day, you know, and that's what jewelry really is about. So if you choose to pick out a piece, those are the pieces that come your way that I think give you a lot of pride and a lot of joy on that everyday basis as you're wearing gorgeous pieces like these are. So we'll take a look at our conch pearls. So really pretty stone here. It's got that real nice red color. It's sometimes so often they're more pinky and more light color. They can be almost white as a matter of fact, but this one is a more red stone. It's a platinum setting. It's got 80 points in the oval stone there, which a lot of times too, you're not going to always find a carat weight given on a conch pearl. So that's kind of nice and very simple, elegant, straightforward setting as well. It's going to be 25 points in diamonds. And you see, starting with the bigger stones right there on the side, that's more of a roval stone. But remember, we don't cut these, okay? So Mother Nature is responsible for the cutting as well, because these are not something that you even polish. They are literally, they're so rare. And if you're lucky enough to find one or get one out of that big sea snail shell, the queen conch shell is called. If you're lucky enough to find one, because you could go through theoretically 10,000 of those shells, and for approximately every 10,000 of the big queen conch shells, you get one conch pearl. So it's not like there's a pearl per shell. Not every shell has one of these conch pearls, so they are super, super rare. And then very few of those that are actually found are actually gem quality, because they can be, you know, not the best shape or size. They can be not a great color. They can have a lot of those same kind of characteristics to traditional pearls, where you'll see usually a lot of different kinds of markings and divots and little dips and all that. And we like those more. What you see here are nice rounded, what looks like a cabochon, but again, all natural. So let me go turn our light on again, and we'll do this. Really cool value on the conch pearl, 25 points in diamonds. It is in platinum, so it'll stay in the platinum, and that's going to be a really big moment for anybody who wants something special. That's it right there. So that's the one to get, and what we'll do is, because they're always 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 and more, even on this show, we're going to do a lot better than that. Here's what it looks like on the hand for you. So you can see it's really simple and elegant. It's a classic stately style. Definitely doesn't have too much of anything. It's just really just that piece you wear and enjoy, and feel really proud that not a lot of folks out there are going to ever have a conch pearl like this. You're getting one in a fabulous color, and we'll just go ahead and make it better than $39.99 right now. First caller takes it. How about $999? Then we've got a gold quartz on the way, and we've got Paraiba that's affordable, and a diamond ring that's very different and creative, and a piece you can play with and stack and have some fun with in your other jewelry collection items. Plus, there are going to be top of the hours. We've got those new hoop earrings I was telling you about. There's also a really, really important, very, very special tanzanite opportunity that's going to be our Blue Wing Block D. Our exclusive, but in a style we have not seen. Look at this. If you like the conch pearl, I think you might like that tanzanite. And keep in mind also that this ring had a matching pair of earrings that sold out maybe last week it was. So we've got that one for you, and that's going to be fun, because that's going to be, we're going to try to make something really affordable despite what's going on with gold, tanzanite, and diamonds. So we'll have that special for you. Plus, do you want a little sneak peek of what a copper bearing Rubilite looks like? Yes, there is such a thing. They are it's the least out out of all the different Paraibas I've shown over the last 20 years, it's the one we see the least of, and that's what it looks like. So it's every bit gorgeous Rubilite, but it's still got a copper content to it as well, and that's important too. So it really adds to the rarity. Just when you thought Rubilite was rare and couldn't get any more so, then we have a beautiful copper-bearing stone for you. So that's $9.99 on the Conch Pearl. Here comes our Paraiba. Paraiba's on the way. This is our more affordable Paraiba. I can bring you Paraibas up to $28,000 and $30,000 tonight. But this is the most affordable one in our entire collection. It's item number 2496. It stays in yellow gold. It's got diamonds top and bottom lining your band style ring. And then that stone, that's a 12-pointer in the middle. So this is, again, we got a lot of pieces that are very wearable, perfect for just every single day that we love when we really want to wear. Because again, everyday jewelry doesn't mean you have to have, you know, basics and things that aren't important. They should be important even when you're wearing them every day, I think even more so. So this is the 12-pointer, 53 points in diamonds. In the yellow gold, it is a $39.99 ring, taking this one down. So you get to decide, how do you want to wear your rare? Is it going to be a piece like the Conch Pearl? Is it going to be a piece like we have those turquoise drop earrings? You decide, but here's what we have. I mean, we're showing you some of the rarest of the rare. It's been alexandrite, Conch Pearl, Paraiba, and the prices have been like what you'd pay for a sterling silver band out in today's retail world. And obviously, we're all knowing that, well, that's why we're probably not hanging out in the retail world. But things are getting really extreme when you talk about what even wholesalers are doing. Obviously, a major show just wrapping up in these last couple of days here to really give us, again, another idea of what's happening even in the wholesale world. So if you're trying to acquire pieces at the best possible way, if you're trying to make jewelry right now, obviously the intrinsic value of every aspect is so high that it's really impossible to see values like this. And then as you get into rarer and rarer stones, which is where we're hanging out tonight, you might say, thanks, I'll hold off on the rare because I don't have the big budget right now, but we're making rare really, really affordable, and that's important too. And this one, $9.99 as well. I mean, again, it's like if you can't, I love bringing museum, and we don't have a lot of basics here. We don't have a lot of the real plain traditional, you know, basic stones, and we don't do sterling silver. So I'm just taking it upon myself to say, let's take that rare exotic we love, like the Alex and the Conch Pearl and the Paraiba, and make those under $1,000 so you can still own the rarest stones out there. And that's really what we're doing here tonight. So that's it. Yes, you've got the Paraiba. Which one? Which one? The Conch Pearl? Very good. Thank you so much. Conch Pearl's gone now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then here comes the Paraiba. And okay, guys, I may not be able to do light duty all night, so if anyone's able to help or just hang out over there, because we won't probably need you the phone bank too much, so we'll just have you hang out over there, and I'll give you the signal, because I don't know why it's weird tonight, because I don't know. Maybe it's just the Friday the 13th thing, but anyway, we'll hopefully have a lot of light for you, and I just want to try this one on. Now that we have that light back for you, here's what it looks like on the hand, so you can see what that's all about, and it's going to be a really pretty ornate. I love the details. You've got mill grain work. We've got details in the cutouts, that fabulous look where diamonds are top and bottom, and then you also have diamonds surrounding your Paraiba also. So it's really giving quite a bit of workmanship. I mean, I look at just the labor. That's the thing we don't think about the most. I think it's easier to think about the things we do see, the gold, the diamonds, and the center stone. But then we think about what the labor would cost on something like this, and you know, rightfully, it could be more than $9.99 alone. So you've got a very, very important piece there for $9.99. We still have our fabulous alexandrite. Again, Conch Pearl's found its home. Don't forget about the turquoise necklace that we brought you for $4.99. And then again, a reminder that yes, this Paraiba and this alexandrite is, those are two of our top. I mean, really what this is a showcase of the world's rarest so far. It really is. We're in the top 5. We've shown you 3 great stones and rings. They've all been really in the top 5 of rare. So exciting to see them under $1,000. Now here's another piece. We're going to go a little larger here, and we're going to go into the gold quartz category, which is one of our favorites here that we enjoy seeing. And this may be one of our best. Look at how beautiful the polish of the cabochon, which polishes the gold then in turn. And you've got this really big 2-carat 30. It's item number 7981. And this is, well, it's extremely, extremely special. You've got the beautiful quartz. It's got a little more body color than, let's say, our white quartz. Sometimes they have more of a white color. This one's got almost like a beautiful, subtle, like a light orangey golden. Then you've got the gold. You see that running right through it from top to bottom. And then also 58 points in diamonds in the double halo around it. And this is, yeah, it's a pricey ring. $49.99 should be. we're blowing things out. So welcome to Friday. It's going to be a Freaky Friday, Fabulous Friday the 13th, and everything's giveaway. If you haven't picked up a piece yet, what are you waiting on? We've got the alexandrite, the Paraiba, the turquoise earrings, and a turquoise necklace, and everything I've shown you for 24 minutes has been under $1,000. And no, this isn't a sterling silver show. And no, it's not a 10-karat gold show. And no, we didn't start gold plating our jewelry. It is solid all the way through, and we're going to give this away for $9.99. Go ahead, even the big ring of $49.99. It's the biggest one yet. And that's now going to be only $9.99 as well. So you get the chance to pick that up and then see it out the door. And yes, we're going to have a big diamond ring, all white diamonds. There's a tanzanite. There's a gorgeous new it's kind of a silvery pearl. Looking forward to that. Plus we have the new yellow diamond pieces. How about that new find, that Brazilian material we cannot keep in stock? Well, I've got a Brazilian new find tourmaline, just one left in the entire collection, and that's going to be here. Plus there's even a Rubilite that's copper bearing and a pendant, and it's a heart shape. So looking forward to sharing that with you. But let's try this on, because this is obviously going to be gone. You don't see gold quartz with 58 points in diamonds for $9.99. You know that. That's a $5,000 ring. You're saving $4,000 on the ring itself, and it's going to be any gold you want, by the way. So if you wanted to switch it up to white gold or rose gold, if only I had a dozen of those. I do not. There is one, so when it's gone, and we'll see who's got it. What a Friday to be just treating yourself to something amazing. With the values I have, this is not just for the first 30 minutes. It's all through the show. We only have 2.5 hours left. It's going to be happening all night long. We've got so much affordable, and yes, the brand new is also affordable. How about a tanzanite with yellow and white diamonds? We've got that here as well. Look at that tanzanite. Gorgeous, with a little mix of the yellow and the white diamonds. We can go to a huge pearl. This one's gone. Thank you so much. That is spoken for. And don't forget, this is what we have. How about we go ahead to the couture? Like the upper, like that upper floor of the boutique here. Go to the highest end we can bring a new design in which this is the style that's brand new right now, but I also have a matching earring tonight for you, and it's going to be 1128268. So gold quartz gone, the beautiful conch pearl gone. We still have the Paraiba, the alexandrite. Nothing from this show will be left. At 8 o'clock Pacific time tonight, I'm going to make you that guarantee. That's how fabulous these price tags are. I will literally make you that guarantee. So if you're thinking, I'll just wait, maybe 5 months from now it'll be less. There is no less in the price I can do. The prices that are going to be making sure and ensuring everything goes out are happening here tonight on the very first presentation. So all you have to do is pick up the phone, anything you love, you pick it up right then and there, because at the end of this show, there will be nothing left. That is how really ridiculously low, no matter how new it is, how fresh it is, all these pieces are coming down for you so that you can pick what you love and know and rest assured and know in your heart of hearts that is the best value. Pretend even the brand new like this one, pretend it's been here for years. Pretend it's on sale. It's item number 11262. No, 8268. Sorry, I went into the darkness here, so I can't see as well, but I'm putting my light back on here. There we go. All right, so this is going to be 18 karat solid gold. Starts with a cushion cut in the middle. That's a 31 pointer. I know it looks like an oval, but it's technically a cushion. That's where it begins in the middle. Then you have 53 points in white diamonds. But really that's secondary, because all that yellow diamond pave that you see there, those big stones, that's going to be another 122. So altogether, you're over 2 carats in total weight. It's 206. You've got the total in the yellows alone at 153. And then, of course, the 53 points extra. It is just extraordinary. And then I'm going to show you, we do have the matching earrings, which are omega backing styles. And when I say matching, let me just show you. It's not an exact match. It's more of a coordination, I would say. But what about this for the set? Because a lot of us seek out pieces that could be a set. Look at that. Isn't that a great look together where you could wear the earring? Look at that, omega back, diamond earrings. If you want to go a little lighter yellow, we have those earrings on the way. But this is where the one-of-a-kind ring, brand new, totally couture. I mean, yellow diamonds here on this show, yes, what are they? Natural. They're not treated, not enhanced, not heated, not irradiated, nothing like that. And we have our big 18 karat gold all the way through. And this is complex to do as well, because your yellow diamonds are set in yellow gold and your white diamonds are set in white gold. The band in the back, and you see all the finishing is in the white gold as well. Let me pop it on my hand so you can see how beautiful it's going to look on you. And that's it. really pretty the way it turns, and that's really the idea. It's imagine as if the floral was all done in white diamonds on the underside and then the yellow diamonds on the inside of the petals, and then as you see those petals turn on a few of those different sections there, that's where you see the grand reveal of that two-tone element. So we've only got this one. Unfortunately, I pretty much got one of a kinds throughout the show. You know how that goes. It's been happening lately where, yeah, getting two of something is not in the cards these days. So I'm just, again, we'll take what we got new. We'll take them, we'll discount them. That's why we're doing this, guys. I can lose money on a piece here and a piece there and a piece here and a piece there. You know, it's when I sell 30 rings at a time and lose money, that's a problem. But we don't have that opportunity. It's just one of a kinds here. So it's why we can also lose so much money so that you can have the values you want. And 206 total, $79.99 should be. That's where, again, let's get the markdown going. And this is such a beautiful ring. And you're getting so many yellows, but including that really big center stone. That's what's so important there, is that it's not just about a lot of little yellow stones. You're getting that big center stone too. So it's not the center stone ring we always see that's in a bridge or a double halo, but you're really getting all the elements you look for in a great designer high-end piece. And yet we're going to make it better than even $79.69 or $59.99. And it's a big cocktail style ring. Beautiful on the index finger or the middle finger as well as the ring finger too. And we'll blow it out right now for you. It is not even $5,000. At $49.99, we're right there. That's right there where you want to be on 206, where a vast majority are the yellows. Yellows, we have to remember, any fancy color, any color that's natural in diamonds. There are different levels of color that are more rare than others. The yellows are up there, but we have to remember that for every, think about this because it's a staggering detail, but for every 100,000 white diamonds that you have, there's one in a fancy color. That includes all the colors: pink, yellow, orange, brown, green, blue, chameleons, all of them, all of them. 1 to every 100,000. That is staggering. So when you look at this and you realize that's a lot of yellow diamonds, I've got a carat 53 just in yellows, the big stone, a lot of smaller stones. That is impressive. And now we're going to see it go even lower. Why not? Got to sell everything, right? Everything's got to go. So that's my promise to you. Let's make it even better than $3,999. I'm going to keep on going. Everything needs to go. That will be what happens throughout the show. We'll make it $2,999. That's just silly. That's silly discounting on brand new tonight. And remember, we even upgraded the gold. You get the 18 karat gold instead of the 14 karat gold, which is a huge difference maker when it comes to what you should be paying in today's day and age. And there you can see how it's finished all the way through the back. Classic shank. I do like that we included diamonds down the sides just so that you see from different perspectives. You'll see how those diamonds tuck under the petals like they do. Hey, Marion. Marion has a request. She wants to see some Cornerupines. Well, I've got 3 to show you. So we'll get those up here for you. And the good news is we have 3 different price points as well, Marion. So this should be, I hope, very, very helpful for you. So thank you for the request. Let's show you what we have in some of the varying sizes, all going to be under a carat, but we've got different looks, whether you want a bridge or a more floral or a classic double halo. So there's our floral yellow and diamond ring, yellow and white diamond ring. Here's what we have for Cornerupines, Marion. There's the first option. That one feels a little bit like a floral. Then we have this gorgeous round. Ooh, that is very nice. The round is always very unique in any stone. It's a very wasteful cut, so we don't see as many rounds. And then here it is. If you want to really, you can see how they go, range from a little more of a spearminty green to a more true bright neon green there on the right. So 3 different options, varying sizes, varying diamond weights. Let me walk you through them. Or if you already know out of those 3, if there's a favorite, you can let me know. We can just, you know, really zoom in on that one. But this is, let me give you a little once over here on the carat weights. My smallest stone's actually in the bridge. It's our 43 pointer with an 82 point diamond weight. If we go to the next size up, it's going to be our round over here. It's a 64 pointer. That diamond ring has the most diamond weight. That's going to be a carat 08 in diamonds. So very, very high end. And then we also have this one. Largest stone will be in the middle oval there, 89 points and 30 points in diamonds. So the good news is they're all going to be well under $2,000. This is one of those rare, rare stones that you don't find very often. It is completely wearable, so it's rareable, I say, because it's rare material. Sometimes rare stones have a softness about them that doesn't make them everyday wearable for your, you know, everyday wardrobe. These are, so you don't have to worry about their durability. They got plenty of that, and we're so excited that we can bring them down below $2,000 no matter what your favorite is. There's not even a $19.99 opportunity. That's how low I'm going. This one's going to be the higher price tag here. It's the 43 pointer with the 82 points, and that has a lot to do with that color. Very stark bright green. That one's going to be $14.99. So actually everything's going to be under $1,500. The next size down was going to be the round over here that, remember, has that 108 diamond weight. It's going to be an extra $100 lower. That's $13.99. And then the most affordable, this is very interesting because the most affordable is actually the largest stone back here. 89 pointer in the middle. That's going to be the most affordable ring up there. It's only $9.99. So you've got three choices, all under $1,500, and you can really pick your favorite there and get something super rare. But also, it has to be said, there's a very similar aesthetic look they give you, and it looks mostly, if you were to compare it to something else, it would be another one of its rare counterparts, which is Paraiba. So certainly has that look because they're bright, they're neon. In this case, they're all very clean, which is not and automatic with this stone at all. So three choices, three options. Again, if you like one over the other, we can always zoom in on that one and of course give you those traditional graphics right next to it so you can see what that's all about. But for those price tags, and remember, even though it's a request, we have three options, and so this is a wonderful way for anybody to jump in on Cornerupine material here tonight and try to make one yours because, well, they're exceptional, aren't they? And $14.99, the highest price you'll pay of any of those three. And do not forget about our fabulous yellow diamond piece. That yellow diamond floral, absolutely stunning. We had the alexandrite and Paraiba still here. So if you want to pick those up, everything prior to the floral ring had been under $1,000. So good chance to pick up some great affordables, but also really, really rare because it's all we do. But there are your Cornerupine options, and then let me know if you have any favorites, Marion. We can help you out. Or if we're not hitting the mark what you need, I do want to show you what they look like on here, and without any guidance, I'll just show all three so you can see them a bit staggered here and pick which one. If it helps to see them on the hand a bit, certainly gives you a better idea of the size perspective that they're each delivering. So the round, the oval, that's our largest. There's the oval in the bridge. So again, any one of those three, and that's where you have the most diamond weight. Here's where you have the bridge style. That's 82 points. Here's where you get the largest stone weight at 89. So that's a quick little detail there just to keep in mind on our three Cornerupines. So great value on all three, under $1,500 no matter what. I still can't believe that big one is over there for that price. And there's our $14.99 in the bridge. So final 30 seconds on the Cornerupine trio, and then we're on our way. So again, thanks, Marion, for the request, and appreciate you tuning in tonight and letting us know what you're looking for. And hopefully, I hope one of those work. There's certainly a lot of variety in sizes and color, and also very clean, but also the diamond styles as well, because it's not just good enough to get a stone you like. It's got to be the overall ring. It's why jewelry is so personal, right? Because there's so much to consider. It's not just about a great stone. It's about the design itself. Yes. Right and center. Okay, so you like the bridge and you like the big 89 pointer. Well, let me do those side by side for you. Here's what they look like. And again, that's the 43 pointer over here. So again, this is really where I think a lot of people will be surprised to know that that one's actually $999 and this one's only $14.99. So you see just a really, from a distance, I wouldn't say there's a lot of difference in the color. They're both really bright. You can see how very, very bright that one is. And that's why, given that 43 pointer with the 82 points in the bridge, and that's stacked with gold, and then of course here's your 89 pointer, which I will say it's very tough to find bigger Cornerupines. So I think for $9.99, which is probably the one she's taking, yeah? I figured this one, you got it, 89 pointer gone for $9.99. So we still have two options, $14.99 for this bridge, or yes, sure, the item number on the floral design is 1120192. All right, was that our requester? Fabulous. All right, glad we had something for it. Thank you so much. And we do have a gorgeous pearl. It's a South Sea pearl. It's Tahitian. It is, look at this, silvery in tone, and I just think that is one of the prettiest, because the truth is it's more than just silver. It's got a little baby blue shimmer to it as well. It is 1127963. Isn't that something? Platinum setting, appropriate because it's kind of a platinum color pearl, and it's beautiful. Huge size here. It's 14.6 millimeters in the size. That's the diameter. That's how we measure pearls. And so you have this really stunning 14.6, then diamonds along the sides, but they actually dip down. So how this works is it is like a halo, but instead it's going to dip down just to show from the profile, because look, as you're wearing this ring and you see it from the profile, it almost looks like a Victorian, like an Elizabethan collar almost of sorts around it, where it dips down to show off as much of that pearl as possible, and then they come up around the sides as well. So it's still a halo in a sense, but it's going to do that little dip down through the middle. So item number here is 1127963. It is a fabulous, huge pearl, and all that natural beauty and beautiful color there. A slight blue tone to it, a silvery blue, 74 points in the diamonds, in platinum is how it stays. We got a great value on this one. It's a $79.99 ring. Certainly on the pricey side when you get into those really big pearls, whether they be golden, pinks, white pearls, or black, or these more silver tones. But this is, again, South Sea, and that's an important distinction to make. So South Sea, it's really, really impressive. So not cultured, and that is a mega, mega value. And what we'll do is take it down even to a more mega value, if you will, because we love a markdown. And we know that even on, yes, brand new, like I said, I don't care if it's brand new, that's more exciting. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. But if brand new means I have to pay a higher price, y'all tuning out. I need you to stay with me. I need you to tune in and be on with TVON. So here we go. And this is how, look at that. That even more striking when you see that beautiful stature, the way it sits. I just love that we're showing you. That dip down just shows you more of the pearl. It shows you more. It gives you, I mean, it'd be a cool thing if we could actually put it on a little carousel on your hand and let it spin and turn where you could see every angle, because that's what makes them rare, when they're truly rounds. Not all pearls are round. That's a popular misconception. Most of them are weird, odd, like shapes, potato shapes. We call them Baroque. When they do these weird, like they dip and they move and they've got all kinds of different lines to them. This is what we want. Not all pearls are naturally going to grow in a perfect round like this with a smooth nacre and a gorgeous luster. So there's a lot of different characteristics. We always talk about the 4-season diamonds, but not a lot of people are talking about the different aspects we grade pearls on. It's not just about the size. Getting a big pearl is great, but you can get a big pearl. A lot of times there are big pearls, but if they have got a lot of ridges and bumps and a lot of different surface kind of issues, that's not going to actually be that higher end. You want perfectly round. You want just blemish free. You want that smooth kind of glass-like surface. That's what this pearl has. And again, the mollusk was in charge here. Nothing was given any assistance or help here. This was made by the mollusk. We're going to blow it out right now. $1,999 only. First caller. And then are we ready to see our tanzanite, or maybe it's our heart-shaped Rubilite you want to be introduced to? We've got that one as well. A beautiful heart shape. And it's really simple. It's just a pendant with just a heart shape, and it really lets that one be what it's all about. So very excited about this heart-shaped pendant in the Rubilite. It's kind of the theme of the night here tonight is copper-bearing Rubilite. I have 3 of them, 1 pendant, 2 rings. So it's definitely the theme. The last couple days it's been about the purple stones. Now we have, look at that, that's the heart shape. Oh my goodness, how perfect. And look at that gorgeous glow and neon that you have. So that's going to be coming up. And think gifting, right? This very, very special idea to give. Yes. Necklace? Yeah, okay, sounds good. The necklace is gone from the very first item of the show. Our Sleeping Beauty is spoken for. We still had, let's see, the earrings are here. The earring drops are here for $9.99. We do have the alexandrite and the Paraiba, a couple of Cornerupines, the yellow diamond floral. Here's our silver pearl, $19.99. Okay, let's get to the Rubilite. It's copper bearing. This is our first introduction. I would like to start with the rings, but honestly, this heart shape has just kind of got our hearts. It really does. It's so rare, as if the stone wasn't rare enough, and this one's just really tricky to get there at the right angle for you. But it's all about this heart-shaped stone. You can see as it just moves there, side to side, how bright, how neon this stone is. And of course, it is a perfect heart shape, not some trying to be. It is a perfect heart shape. It's 8571. It's going to be exactly 3 carats. Very nice. 3 carats. Paraiba. But here's the deal. We usually reserve that name, Paraiba. It has to be a green, a blue-green, or a purple. We've been discussing that the last couple of nights here. We've had our purple Paraibas that have been on parade. They've been going out the door very quickly. Well, now we're talking about the Rubilite version. Very, very rare. Out of all the colors of Paraiba we've had over the years here, the one we've seen the least has been the Rubilite. It's where you get that distinctive Rubilite color, where that would be lovely if it was just Rubilite, but there's another element. These are actually certified as having the copper content. So it puts it in that category where we know Paraibas, we know their rarity, and we know their worth and their value, but when you have a very rare color like this is, takes it up even further. So we're very excited this 3-carat heart shape is here. It is the perfect heart shape. It doesn't have that, again, sometimes the heart shapes are really just pear shapes in disguise. This really is the heart shape with that defined cleft set up in this really beautiful bale that's really just got that mirror finish gold that we love. And I'll show it to you here on the hand so you can see how the size is going to look from a distance. But here we are, our first foray. Now I do want to show you there is a ring coming up that'll match. Here is, see that? Perfect match. That's the 4-carat 96 we're going to have. And then, look at this. Here's the other one that's going to bring you a huge stone as well, but with all the big diamond weight. That's a 203, and that's going to have almost 2 carats in diamonds. So those are the 3 we're seeing here tonight. So I just want to point out, there's a match set opportunity. Obviously not in the shape necessarily, but in the color, yes. And all 3 of them, they're not purples anymore. They still, I think there's a lot of people out there that would call them that, but they really have more of that Rubilite color. So a little pink, a little red, and a little purple all together. So that's what makes them rare. Still even a step up in rarity from the purples, which are more of that more like, again, kind of grape color. That's where you see the difference here. So that's what we have here tonight. So again, we're going to talk the pendant now, but I just want to show you what's coming up so you can get ready and maybe mix and match your collection here. But that's the cushion, that's the oval. They're all still to come in this show. The pendant is 8571, and we're going to blow it out. It's supposed to be, and this is not a bad price, it's supposed to be $69.99. I'm going to show you a couple different angles before we get into it here because I want you to see the size and how it looks. And no diamonds, by the way, just a great gold bale that feels a little bit, I always call it our exclamation point because it feels like that with the heart shape though instead. So a really pretty look. There's your mirror finished gold right up top. I know it's picking up a little glare here, but it is mirror finished in the white gold. We can change it if you like. It's going to be 1 inch top to bottom, and then I'll take it on over to the neckline. So also, I mean, all of our examples here tonight are in the white gold, but I think it would be beautiful in yellow gold as well. So you do have that option. You can make it yellow gold or rose gold if you'd prefer. You can see that size from a bit of a distance away, and watch how we can make this so affordable here today. And that's what it's all about. And you can see how bright it is. It's got a lot of gleam to it because that's what heart shapes do. When you have a really good heart shape, you're going to have a lot of color and a lot of brightness to it as well. I mean, there's a lot of similarities when you cut the body of the heart shape. It really is very similar to a lot of the facet patterns we see in rounds. So an extremely bright stone when it is clean. And we're going to take it even lower. $3,500 is half off. It's going lower than that. And there's your close-up view so you can really see that clarity I was talking about. And we're not doing $35 or $3,000 or $29.99 either. I need you on the lines ready to go here. We only have the one. Not going to last. That is a guarantee. Nothing will. And we've already got a lot of pieces from earlier tonight that were shown that are now spoken for. So make sure you're on the phone lines quickly to get your favorite because everything I got is one of a kind. And maybe the exception is the little Hamsa hand studs, which I'm going to show you next. But we're going to do better than $29.99 and nothing more rare than copper-bearing Rubilite. We're bringing it first time in a pendant in a heart shape, and it's $2,499 instead. So another $500 off my lowest to make sure that it goes here tonight and getting one of those wearable everyday style signature looks there in copper bearing Rubilite. So that's a fabulous way to go. Who got our turquoise necklace there? Tim, who was that? Catherine. Thank you so much, Catherine. Okay, let's get to the Hamsa hand because I have these stud earrings that we've not had before, and here they go. And I know they're going to be a little weird to show because they're obviously sitting in an odd angle. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure you see that they're all mirror finished gold. So that's the yellow. Here's the white gold. And they'll probably have to just kind of sit on their sides here for a moment just so you can really see them. But I would probably wear them upright. You have a bezel set stone in the middle. So bezel set in the diamond, and we have the yellow gold or the white gold, and we only have one pair of each, so unfortunately they're going to go very quickly, and it's a style we get a lot of requests and questions for. We don't see all that often, and we're proud to bring them here. Now, 5 points in diamonds, and one more thing, they're also in 18 karat gold. So great stud earring, and we are seeing so many different looks right now in studs where oftentimes it is about getting something a little unique and different. I'm so sorry that they need a little polishing here, but again, that doesn't even, it's weird because it's all about the angle. They're really just bright, shiny, mirror finished gold. So that's going to be all going to be steam clean before we send them out to you. But look how pretty they are. I mean, really, they're a sizable kind of stud too, because obviously the symbolism you need to be able to read from afar. And it's known as one of those great symbols like so many others, but we see some people really love the evil eye. Some people love the heart shape. But of course, we see a lot of this Hamsa hand that's used throughout different cultures and different jewelry designs. And you can wear it this way or this way or this way, whatever you want to do. So you can see the size that they're going to give. And then we'll pop one up next to the ear here as well. They do have a post and butterfly back that is more or less centered along the earring here. So let me put it this way really quickly just so you can see how the size is going to look. They're right about 3/8 of an inch. Then I'll pop one on the ear for you in the yellow gold, but love that bezel set diamond. Makes that diamond, which is already a 2.5 pointer, makes it look even larger. The item number is 8555. So 5 is the name of the game here, right? 5, the symbolism of 5. Take a look at this, and that's what it looks like from a distance. So a lot of times that's what we're doing right now is we're really using and injecting personality with different studs, especially if you're doing an ear stack or an ear scaping look. And it's fun to have every different stud tell a story and be part of, again, have meaning behind them too. And that's what these do have. So great value coming up. They're not even $9.99. We're going even lower than that. Remember, one white, one yellow. That is the yellow gold that I'm showing here. It's just, again, so difficult to get without the glare here. But all mirror finish, just like we like to see with that large surface area. Back to the wheel we'll go. They're not going to be $9.99. Or even $8.88. And again, nothing else like it in our entire inventory. This is the way to go if you want that design, that look, that style. We're going to make them really, really affordable right now. How about $599? Just one of each. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe both pairs go to the same household. Maybe you get one for yourself and one for a gift if you'd like to. That's the way to do it. So $599 on those fabulous earrings. And remember, they're 18 karat gold, white or yellow, with those significant diamonds right up in the center in that bezel setting. We've got an incredible selection of our opals. Don't forget that new fine tourmaline in the blue green out of Brazil is coming up. Those have been extremely popular of late. We've got one for you. It's our last one, actually. And then we're going to see a big color change sphene. I've got a 3 carat pluser. I did bring out a diaspora pendant. I have our best emerald in the house. It is our nearly 4 carat. I can't get over this price tag, though. Last time we saw a 4 carat Colombian emerald, it was $82,000. Otherwise known as the most important piece. Look at this. I got to show it to you. This is unbelievable. It's proof, if you ever needed a really good visual on that topic we always address with those less dense stones, about how it looks so much bigger than it weighs. Let me show this on the hand. 8455 is the number. We are at the very, very top, highest end of what emeralds ever really are available in as far as carat weight. Because if you look at the buying guides, and of course the buying guides are meant to, you spend your hard-earned money on a book that tells you essentially kind of a guide to what a per carat on any stone should be as far as natural stones. Now, they have to be revised every year, and quite frankly, now I feel like they should be revised every few months because that's how much the gem world is changing. But there is a really, obviously we know good emeralds, we know Colombians obviously are going to be more money than anything else. Your Zambians or all the other sources. We don't even talk about other sources very often because they're so poor in their quality, they're so inferior in their quality, we don't address those. But we do really feature either Zambian or Colombian, but Colombian is always the best. It is. And so a lot of times when we do have these bigger stones, whether they're 2 or 3 carats, a lot of times they are from Zambia as opposed to Colombia. This is Colombian, and it's almost 4 carats. Almost 4 carats in size here. 3 carats 91, but watch as it goes on the hand because it looks more than even 8. We expect it to look 8 carats. Look at this on the hand. Wow. Okay. And you saw up close, the whole point of showing it up close is you're going to see every last inclusion because our up close is like looking through a loop. Look at that stone. 14 karat solid gold. I don't know if I've been this enthused about an emerald ever here. The last time I was, it was hard to get super enthused because it was gorgeous, but it was over $80,000. And it sits here. And it might sit here for a while. This one is not. And the size, almost identical, almost the same. And it's 71 points in diamonds going all the way around it. It's rightful to make, if you're going to start with a stone like this, you best put it in a classic mounting. Am I right? Leave it classic. Keep it well, like just tailored and well done. Give it big diamonds going all the way around and down the sides. But where are the collectors out there? Because big emeralds are tough to find. And we've got it here. And you saw right there, it looks so much larger. And this is one of the most bright, screaming, clean. I mean, you're not missing anything. A lot of times with clarity, what happens? Sometimes if you get more clarity in a stone, it's a much later green. Not here. And look at that. Gave it that basket work underneath it. That basket outside perimeter, that acts as your undergallery because we did not want to take away from the clarity. You can see so much translucency and transparency through it. We did not want to do zigzags and all kinds of crazy things behind it because that would then detract from the clarity of the stone. And my goodness, when you get clarity in an emerald, that's a big deal. And here's our 391. So white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, you actually do have the option. I don't think you want to change a thing. I think you leave it as it is, but we are talking about one of the most extraordinary examples. And keep this in mind. I refer to a buying guide. So I haven't memorized the buying guides since I started. That was many, many, many years ago. I figure there are two reasons. I don't really think that every year it's necessary because if I use a buying guide price and quote you a price per carat that's from a good 20 years ago, the good news is it's conservative because it's easy to just come up here and say, this is $1 trillion per carat. This is $8 billion a carat. It's a lot of hyperbole that's used that's very rarely accurate. So at least with a conservative number, if we're going on a per carat that was really coordinating with many, many years ago, that means it's conservative today. So that if you walk into a retail store and you actually see a Colombian emerald of this size that's 4 carats, that's clean like that, that's green like that, obviously that's a big, big, big issue as well. There could be a lot of 4 carats out there, but they're completely opaque, or they're a brownish green, or they're a yellowy green, and they look hazy, and they look murky, and there's nothing to write home about. That is not what we're looking at here. This is divine in every way, and it looks like it's missing something. That would be the museum moniker, because if that's not museum, nothing is. This is the ultimate high level. So I realize we're showing you a piece that if I'm going to quote you the buying guide price from 20 years ago, it's $32,000 a carat times 391. So very, very close to about $120,000 for that stone. And that is conservative. That's conservative. Plus the diamonds, plus the gold. It could easily be a $150,000 ring without even trying. I'm very familiar. I just had, I've spoken on this before. I had a dear friend who's in the TV business. She got engaged recently, and she's an extraordinary human being, super talented, just got everything going for her. She got engaged and found the love of her life and fantastic. And you know what? He said, I do not want to get her a diamond. I do not want to get her a diamond because she's too extraordinary. I want to do something special that's only for her. And that was what led to a huge, stunning Colombian emerald. Money was no object, so that wasn't the issue. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is that that would be even more important and more extraordinary. If you get a high quality, large size in an emerald, far more rare and far more pricey than most diamonds will ever be. So this is really where, again, it's a statement piece. It's a classic style. You wear it how you wish, right hand, left hand, however, but that's the ultimate emerald. And my job is to make it not $250,000 or $100,000 so that somebody can own it, because you deserve extraordinary jewelry and you found the right place to be. And if you want to spend less than $32,000, not per carat, but for the ring, you're in the right place, because I'm doing the entire ring for less than what 1 carat of this material would go for in retail 20 years ago. Let's do this. Not 32,000. Yeah, I'm pressing it now. This isn't going to be a, let's, see it 3 weeks from now. Let's just give you the price of a lifetime right here and now, and trust me, it's going to go just like everything else will. This is amazing. Here again on the hand, so you can see that kind of neon glow it gives you right there. Look at that. Looks like I just plugged it in. How do we go further away and the stone looks brighter and better? Doesn't make sense. We're blowing it out right now. It's not 32. It's not 22. It's not $12,000. We are at a nearly 4 carat. This is the height of what we do. The last time I had one this size, $82,000 on our show. And it's still here if you want me to bring it out. But here's how we make the Colombian best. Best color, great size. It's the traditional cutting you want, and the great diamonds. And it's not even $10,000. Okay, so now we're really getting crazy. It's not even $99.99. It's as good as gone. We could give that 30 seconds, it's going to be gone. $99.99 for something like that. For an emerald that is in that almost impossible size, it's not $99, $89. I tell you, we're not even asking for $88, $88. We have one piece here. It is extraordinary. This is the one to own. I got to tell you, this would be the preference of anything we have in our inventory. This is the way to get a really, truly unique and special and important and well-known classic stone, but at its highest degree in quality. It's not even $88, $88. Moving it out here today, and for investment sakes, for wearing it, for enjoying it, for gifting it, for wearing it and loving it, whatever your purpose in owning this ring is, honestly, you've got one of the biggest values I've ever brought you, because that should be over $80,000. No question about it. We're at a fraction of that. We're basically taking 90% off of what we would do and what our price is, and we are making it even better than $88, $88 tonight. So this is one that you cannot miss. Cannot miss, because there's only one piece like it. It's hanging out right here for you. First caller gets it for $79.99 only. It will go. It has to go. You don't have values that are that degree of high level that stay here. They just don't. We got too many collectors who look and wait for pieces like this. So $79.99 makes it yours. We're basically around $2,000 a carat for that stone with free diamonds and free gold. And what a way to finish off our number one of our Fabulous Friday. That's the way to do it. And so amazing to see that perfect color, perfect clarity and glow, because I mean, when I say perfect, it's never going to be, if an emerald is clean, clean, clean to the point where you don't see a visible inclusion at this level close up, it's not a real emerald. It's going to be one of those green glass stones. It's going to be a simulated or synthesized, right? That's the thing, made in a lab. This is natural from the earth out of Colombia. So big time value, $79.99. Take it if you love it. You will never, ever look back and regret that purchase. That is about as simple as I can make it right there. And we also have gorgeous color change sphene here tonight. There's our new color change sphene. Wow, radiant cut. We've got a diamond ring. Still have our Hamsa studs for you as well. But $79.99 on that emerald, that should be gone. Long gone it should be, because that is the one for a lifetime. We still have our pearl. We got a big opal special too. Our black opals are here in platinum. Plus we have those Rubilite Paraiba rings. So we've got some of those red Paraibas, if you will, in rings coming up. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. Here's our, yep, that's the Brazilian blue-green there, the new find, tourmaline. But we've got a great top of the hour. I want to welcome everybody to the show. We've got a couple of gorgeous yellow diamond earrings to show you, and turquoise is on the way. But I want to start with a designer earring that is going to look familiar, especially if you were with me 24 hours ago, because this is the style that is so happening right now. And so many of you reached out. It was so cute. You said, I know the designer. I've been paying attention. I saw some of I follow them on social. I know. I've seen some of their advertising campaigns. I know who's doing a design like this. Yes, it's going to launch in the fall, and it's going to be the cornerstone of a big ad campaign for one of the best known designers in the world. And what it is a style very similar to what we're doing here, which is that burnished style, or again, burnished diamonds. That's the setting style for the diamonds, where the diamonds are set into the gold, and then the gold itself is satin finished. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Friday night. Glad you're with us. It's such an honor to have your company, and hopefully we can all hang out for the next couple hours, check out some new jewelry, put a smile on your face, make you happy with some values. I'll tell you, anything you pick up from tonight, whew, there are some very, very important values happening. So we're continuing that on for the next 2 hours. Again, stay with us. Make requests too, or if there's anything you want to check on availability from the first hour. Some of our great ideas are still here, but this is the earring. Such an update and a great way to do a new hoop, right? We all have hoops. We love hoops. It's a more petite hoop, so it's not going to give you the long dramatic length, but what it is going to give you is that new updated styling that we're going to see so much going forward. But again, we make jewelry every single day, so we can give you the new designs before they hit the store shelves, before they're advertised in magazine ads, and before the big ad campaigns launch. We can bring them to you early, and better yet, more importantly, give you the big value. So take a look at these. Item number is 1128541. So excited that they're here. They are 61 points in diamonds as well. So that's nice, because you're getting a very a really, again, bigger stones individually you see. I love that they do this whole linear top to bottom effect going vertically through the earring, but isn't that just the shine with the glow? So it could have been done, honestly, it could have been done in a beautiful mirror finishing as well, but the satin finishing, what's been discovered here when you see this burnished style of diamonds, especially the brighter VS diamonds like we use, when you have those, I find that the backdrop of satin finishing is what gives it a bigger contrast. Because if you have the mirror finishing of the gold and the way it picks up glare, and you see it here a lot of times on camera, it can be very difficult to make out where the diamonds actually are. With the satin finishing, it's more of a contrast with the gorgeous vibrance of the diamonds. So instead, you get this really big standout look. They are fabulous in every way, but they're also lightweight and comfortable, and they're a true hoop all the way around. They're an oval shape. You can see they are mirror finished on the sides and through the back. They've got a great hinge where you're just going to basically pop that open. So let me show you how this works. You're literally going to, and these have never been opened before, but they open up nice and wide for you. So you've got that great little latch that hinges at the base, and then you simply just push it closed, and then you are all set to go. And they actually have that little spring-loaded mechanism. So that's why you give it a nice little, you know, kind of pull it open, and then literally you're going to, it just kind of snaps into place. So that's it. It's not going to be, it's actually spring-loaded, hinged in that, that little latch there. So it's going to be really simple and easy to put together. Plus, you don't actually have the attaching mechanism. The back part does not attach to the post, so you're never going to actually bend your post. So that's really nice as well. Here's the length they're going to give you. They are, let's see, right at, they're going to be just at 5/8 there, so between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch in length. But do you see what I'm talking about with that glow? There's such a pretty look about it when you see the satin finishing. And it's not that it lacks glow. It doesn't. It does the opposite. It's giving you a bright, gorgeous glow to the satin finishing. You've got still the mirror finishing on the profile, and then the diamonds can really show off. So I'm going to show you what they look like on. There you can see they're only in yellow gold, just like our band was yesterday. And so you've got that huge opportunity. They're more limited than the ring was yesterday, and the ring sold out. So I know for anybody who did get the ring, I think you really want to consider this earring for your collection, and that's what they look like from a distance. So you can really see again that beautiful glow, and the way they're still going to pair up well if you do have a little ear stack going on, if you are adding, and then you can see that great look, and they're going to be smooth. That's another great advantage to having earring where there are no prongs, is that they're smooth, they're not tangling with anything. They're going to be, if you've got the little ones that are always tugging on your ears, right, they're not going to ever be sharp or have any of those, you know, really sharp kind of closures or any of those sharp prongs. It's just all smooth and completely sleek. So they really do have a great glow. And you can see I'm wearing a lot of this yellow gold, and it's all mirror finished, and yet that one stands out more with the satin finishing and the burnished diamonds, and we're going to take them lower than $39.99. Back to the wheel we'll go. I just want you to see them on. Again, so easy with that spring-loaded hinge to easily take them off, put them on. We're going to make them better than $39.99. Mega value coming up. Just let me know what you think of those earrings, because they are not going to last. And you see how there's that little groove that runs right through, but I love that it's the bigger and the smaller diamonds kind of mixing and matching there all the way throughout. And better than $39. We got to. That's what we do. We're making everything affordable for you. But again, you got to dial in if you like a pair, because we are that limited. Not too many to go around. Thank you so much. Hey, Jim, we've got your request coming up as well. Was that a specific request there? I don't remember ever seeing this piece before. Very nice. All right. So we've got, Jim, we've got a conch pearl piece for you coming up. Let's do this. Earrings, not going to be $39, $29, or $19. This is going a lot lower. I think you're going to really enjoy this. And this is not a time to wait, because we are, again, already busy on the lines. A couple of them already spoken for. Those are no doubt. I'm sure we've got some matching set folks out there. They want to get the matching set to the ring they picked up last night. Not even going to be $1,500. And you're getting almost 2/3 of a carat in the fabulous diamonds running right through the middle, and they make that turn. So even the diamonds go a little bit, they dip a little under. This really makes for a great design and a great style, and we'll take it on down to only $1,399 on the yellow gold only in that gorgeous style. And we've got our conch pearl coming up next. That's on the way. We will see again, we've got the emeralds. Yeah, a lot of people verifying on the emerald right now. That silvery pearl, what a piece that is. The luxury of that silver color in the pearl. Still have some of the pieces from under $1,000 from hour number 1. Great lightning ridge black opal wheels still to come. Jim's request is here. Those hoop earrings are $13.99, and definitely what you're going to be seeing a lot more of going forward in the designer world. Okay, next up, this is so beautiful. Is it a heart or is there a little luck incorporated here? Because are you feeling lucky in love? Or do you just feel lucky we're here because we've got the blowouts and the discounts, and this is our big conch pearl in the necklace. Item number is 112-7239. Thank you, Jim, for the request. This is a conch pearl. It's a very big carat 35 oval here, because again, it's funny we say oval. It's, again, they're not cut. They're just found and discovered within the shells that way. Truly one of those rarities there. Easy to wear with it on the neckline. We're going to throw in this smooth box link chain that is adjustable. So you see here, it's going to have that little bead that you're going to slide to make it shorter than 18 inches if you need to. And then you've got this almost like horseshoe meets heart. And so it's done in diamonds at 24 points. We'll take it on over to the neckline, then we'll go back to the hand and measure it. But you can see there what it's going to look like size-wise. Definitely has a really good presence to it. Not a lot of conch pearls are going to get over a carat. We did see a great stone earlier, beautiful color, but, on the smaller side as they usually are. This is a very, very large stone. And then what we'll do is, let me give you a measurement on it as well here as we show it from this angle. Drop the ruler in here, see what you think of this styling. And there you can see it's going to be a little over a ½ inch from top to bottom. And then we'll also show it up close. We're going to throw in that chain for you. So yes, you're going to get the perfect matching set chain, which also does come off. So always like to point that out, because a lot of times a piece might come with a chain, but it's stuck. You can't take it off. You can't use the chain for other things, and that really kind of depletes your versatility. This one has got the chain that will come off, and then you can use it for other things. So 18 inches, supposed to be $79.99. Well, hey, I had a big emerald, a 4-carat emerald for that price. So we're taking this even lower, and we'll send it out right now for just $29.99 on one of our larger conch pearls, and that's unusual to see. Don't see many of those conch pearls in that size at all, let alone coming down to a price tag like that is at $2,999. How about those diamonds? They start at the smaller side, and then they go and ramp up and around, and they get larger and larger as they come wrap around that stone, which actually is, yes, oval of sorts, but it's as they are. They're really free form, because oval implies it was cut that way. It's not. These are naturally derived out of those shells. So it's an organic stone, one of the rarest organic stones. Really, I would say it's the rarest overall of all organic stones. So there it is for only $29.99. It's certainly one of those bigger sizes for you. And so we'd love to know if you'd like that one for your collection, but very easy to wear as a pendant as well. So nothing that's going to be, something you have to be delicate with or have to think about, do I want to wear that today? Just please wear what you love. Wear them and enjoy them and love them. But that is $29.99. Okay, back to some rings. We've got that new fine Brazilian. I do have this amazing, I flashed it, and I'm curious if there was anybody who said that is a gorgeous stone. But it's rare, and they rarely are this gorgeous. But this is that really fantastic color change sphene that is going to be our radiant cut in this hourglass style mounting. It's a big stone, though. It's going to be one of the bigger of the color change sphenes we have. It's 112-8439, and welcome into Friday night. Let me know if you like those diamond earrings. There are the diamond earrings, doing a little drive-by there with that burnished style. And then we've got that big copper-bearing Rubilite coming up. We've got the Rubelites, the tanzanite deal. Lots to get to tonight. Your requests are welcome. We already had a couple of those, and some of which are still here. But there is the color change. It's going to be our 3-carat color change sphene. Then I've got the big opal wheel coming up at the bottom of this hour. It's all of our lightning ridge black opals here in platinum. Really big discount on those. But right now, one caller gets the collectible radiant cut, color change, green to red, ultimate high dispersion stone, 20 points in diamonds as well. And look what that does. Bird's eye view, up close, up front, direct view. Look at the color that delivers. And we only have the one, of course, that goes without saying. We had a 1-carat for almost the same price the other day. So that tells me this is yet another big markdown. And let me take it even lower than $69.99 for you. It's a brand new style right now, but one of a kind here, because that stone, certainly the largest we have, and look what that delivers. Reds and pops of yellows and blues and vibrant oranges as well, all coming from the green. Whereas if I was in incandescent lighting, it would be all red. You'd still see that vibrant color, but it would be red for the stone's base. How amazing is that? That's a color changing stone that's so rare. And we'll bring it even lower than even, I don't know, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000. Let's go into giveaway mode here. All out giveaways all night long, but we only have like an hour and 45. So it's going to come down to who can dial in, because these values are just going to ramp up and up and up. We're going to give away some jewelry. I don't care how brand new it is. Pretend it's been here for years. Pretend it's going on sale. That's what I'm doing. We're not doing $39.99 on a 3-carat 08. Extraordinary gem. That's the gem of gems there. That's the one you want to have. That's the big, 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 big fancy cut. And we're going to do better than even $39.99, $3,499 instead. And tanzanite is coming up in a little bit. Plus, we have a diamond ring and Paraiba and a big yellow diamond. A 3-carat 02 has come out to play tonight. And then we've got our diaspora pendant. You know, there was a big emerald cut here the other day, and it was fabulous. But it was pricey. Look at this one. Just as fabulous. Well, there's a color changing stone that's changing right here and now. What's going on? That stone is changing. Green to pink purple. Green to pink purple. The producers of Wicked would have liked that one, right? Back in the, yeah, when everything was green and pink. That stone is our diaspora. That's going to be happening. So here we are, $34.99. Thank you. That is sold. Well done. Here we go with our next diamond ring. This is so fabulous. You can get one and stack it, wear it all on its own. There are a million ways. Play with it like you would a Wonder Ring. Oh, remember the good old days of the Wonder Ring, where we'd put up a Wonder Ring. We'd sit here for 45 minutes at a time, selling 400 Wonder Rings. Remember those days? Well, that's because that's something that is as close to a must-have in jewelry as there is. Now, this is a style where you get, if you have played with Wonder Rings before and love the way that that does allow you to make every piece in your collection even better, this is actually going to do a lot of the same thing, because you can get more than one. You can stack them and layer them together, like nest them together in the same direction. You can put them opposite directions and have them surround another ring, i.e. like a ring guard, or you can wear it all on its own. So you get a couple of them. You will find a million and one ways to wear it. It's a little bit offset. So what that means is, instead of being a perfectly symmetrical chevron shape like our Wonder Ring is, this has a little bit of an offsetting to it. So what that means is there's just even more versatility to it, to be honest. And it's still, you're going to size it like you would a normal ring, get the normal size you would wear. 112-7814 is our item number here in big pear shapes. That's the difference. There are not a lot of little small stones here in rounds. It's going to be instead the really, really important 4 pear-shaped stones, 44 points, on average 11 points, but you can see the one's bigger and then the other 3 are more even in size. So how about this for a value? Not even $3,000. It's not $29.99. I love it as a thumb ring. If you want to adapt, you want to get the new thumb ring for your collection, look at that. That is something I think is so beautiful to wear that way. See how it's got that asymmetrical point? So it's almost like a check mark. Think instead of a V shape, because again, the V would be that perfectly even V-shaped chevron. This is more like a check mark, isn't it? Because you've got this side being a little bit longer, so this goes a little further over to this side, then it's got that bypass style. But you can still wear it on the ring finger. I'm going to show it there too. Why not? That's the traditional way. Pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb. It goes anywhere. If I had a couple of these, I could stack them this way. I could put them opposite directions. I could nest them and have them staggered. What a beautiful look it'd be, like put your next big one here and your next big one there and have them all. You can create your own jewelry every day without sitting at a jeweler's bench and sketching out designs and creating castings and molds and then setting the stones. Instead, you're just a jewelry designer because you're putting on your rings and put them on differently every day. There's always a new way to discover how to wear your jewelry, and we're going to make it $999 when there are huge individual pear-shaped diamonds happening throughout that ring. Now, there is a yellow gold option only, so that's it. Yellow gold, you just need to tell us your ring size. That's it. That's all you got to do is tell us the ring size you need and how many you'd like to get a couple. Maybe you want to get 2 or 3. Maybe you want to gift one to yourself and then maybe to somebody else. But 44 points in bigger pairs. That's the difference maker. They're not little tiny diamonds. There aren't 44 individual stones. There are 4 stones. So that's very impressive, and it's going to be $9.99. So we'll give that 30 seconds, then we got to go. Who wants that diaspora? Should we just give away the museum? I already tried to give away an emerald. a total museum emerald. I have this diaspora pendant. I still can't believe, now it's more brown. I'm seeing champagnes, and then you've got greens, and then you've got pinks, and you've got reds. That's our diaspora pendant. You will see that coming up. We've got tanzanites, opals, you name it, we got it. We got an hour and 40 minutes to make a miracle. So this is what's happening. Look at that. That's an opal. There's a big shield of a ring. This ring, literally, look at this on the hand. Oh my goodness. That's as big as a ring gets here. Look at that. And you'll be astounded how low we can make that go tonight. What a beauty that is. Whew, love that opal. Opal and many, many rows in diamonds. Paraiba is here. 3-carat yellow diamond is here. You tell me if you want that emerald. I know we have a lot of you thinking about the emerald. Split those payments up. Break it up if you want to. Look at this Paraiba. That is an elongated carat 60. This is one of the most pricey Paraibas we have because it's more blue than it is green. That I'm going to give away. I'm giving that away. We'll do it. We got an hour and 40 minutes. Tell me what you want to know more about. I'm showing you the jewelry. You tell me what catches your eye. Is it the diamond ring? That's the ultimate thumb ring. Put that on your thumb. You will love it forever. This is the Paraiba. First of all, it looks like a 2-carat or 3 because of the elongation of this pear shape. That's a super fancy cut. It's in the yellow gold. We'll bring it out for you shortly because that is going to be our biggest value of the night. How can we help you, Tim? What are they looking for? Okay, what's the question? I'll be able to help. Oh, right. Yeah. So I was saying sometimes what we can do is split a payment, right? Like if you want to break it up, you know, like, yeah, put one, you know, half on one card, half on the other. I wish we did that, but we don't. Yeah. All right, coming up. Here is, show it to you. See what you think. Diaspora. Every time we see it, every time it moves, there are different colors coming through. And it's a pendant for your neckline with a yellow diamond bail at the top. And I know I'm going to sit it sideways because it's just the better angle on the stone. I want you to see the stone first because I've never seen anything like this. This is really diasporas. Yes, I have diasporas every single day I'm here with you. But that is something extraordinary. And again, collectible as can be. And I hope it looks half as good on your screen at home as it does here in person because it's a 2204 Asher cut. 8414 is the item number. Look at that. That is a 2204 with 11 points in yellow diamonds sitting at the top. And I have never seen a diaspora give us as bright a green. This looks like, we had Cornerupines earlier, we've had Paraibas. This looks like the green you would see in a bright neon Paraiba stone. Yeah, it does. And then you've got, at this angle, a little more of those champagne browns, like a bronzy color. And then you've got the really ridiculous red flashes that come through, but that's not a red flash as much as it is an indicator of what's actually going to happen when it changes color. This is a phenomenal gem. One source in the world for it, that's it. One source in the world. It's a Turkish diaspora, so it comes from Turkey, but it's actually, the stone is usually, as you've seen them here, I'm sure you've seen them. If you've ever tuned in before, you've probably seen a couple examples. They're usually, and they're gorgeous, but they're usually a little lighter. They can be a light, more pale champagne with a little yellow golden. And very little real green comes through. If anything, it's what we call a kiwi green, which has a very distinctive color to it, a lighter green color. This, totally different. It's a neon, like think the best Burma peridot. Think about those Paraibas you've seen that are really lime colored. That's the green that's coming through. This is as extraordinary as it gets. One in the world, beautiful, beautiful stone. It's got 11 points. I love that we upgraded and we put yellow diamonds in the top bail instead of white diamonds. That's nice to have. Take a look at it. It's going to be good. And we got to really, really do some blowouts because I know these are extraordinary pieces. These are total museum opportunities here as I show it to you from a distance on the hand. Let me just get my tweezers there proper. And now I'm seeing blues. I'm seeing a purpley blue. It's like an ultraviolet blue coming through. It is really, it's a magical stone, as magical as a stone's going to get because every time you're walking around wearing it, every time you go from one room to another or from inside to outside, it's going to take on different colors. Really, there's more than one color at any given time, and it takes on a whole new personality every time you have it in a different light. 7/8 of an inch top to bottom. You're going to string your favorite chain, probably yellow gold, right through the top of that hidden bail there because obviously it's going to be hidden behind those yellow diamonds. And then you see how clean and bright. Now it's going to be, I'm just wondering, what color are we going to see now? Now we're seeing more of those champagnes. Still see a lot of almost like purples and lavender colors. It is extraordinary. Seen a lot of great diaspores, but never have had one like this. And it's supposed to be $28,999, but I know that's not going to do it. We got to do better. Take a look at it up close. I'm going to show you what we can do here to make this the ultimate. Look at that. I still can't get over what's happening with this stone, and we're going to make it better than $28,999. This is where I really hope I have a collector out there, because it makes me wonder, because I've had the collector's stones tonight, whether it was the big emerald, the 4-carater, whether it's been the conch pearls, the silvery pearl, the Tahitian, the Rubilite, heart shape with copper content, and now we're going to bring you this extraordinary diaspore, and it is not going to be $28,999. We're going to blow it out right now. First caller gets it, and I'm going to have to do something. I cannot expect that even half off, $14,500. I can't expect that's going to be enough to do the trick tonight. So here's what I will do. Utter giveaway here. The per carat is going to be ridiculous. It's, again, 2204 stays in the yellow gold. I'm going to get you down. And by the way, I was, obviously this Monday, Vegas wrapped up. We know what happened. JCK show lots and lots and lots of great wholesale values and real good way to kind of have your finger on the pulse of what's happening in the jewelry world. But there were some diaspores that looked nothing like this. And they were all $9,200 per carat, and those were 2 and 3 carat stones. Can you imagine $9,300 times 22? That's $204,000. There was nothing like this at that show. We're not doing $14,000. Another half off would be $72.50. I've now taken 75% off our TVON price, and I'll keep going lower. That's your 75% off. We're going to take it even lower than $7,000, then $69.99. We are right now at this moment at $69.99. We're looking at $300 a carat, roughly. $318, I think, is more specific. You don't get a diaspore of any kind. You could have the murky, hazy, 1 carat cloudy material in a basic oval. It would be more than $318 a carat. So this is the giveaway. And speaking of a giveaway, let me give you an extra discount. I will make it $59.99 first caller. And that way, it's actually going to be on a per carat level of about, this is way too low. I shouldn't even say this because I don't want you to think this is what they go for, but $270 a carat for a diaspore that looks like that. Nowhere else on the planet do you find something like that. And collectors, that's your stone. Wannabe collectors, that's your stone. That's how you do it. That's how you make it happen. And that is for one caller at $59.99. Look what we did from $29,000 all the way down to under $6,000. That's a pretty spectacular value on the literal best diaspore I've seen us have, and I have had literally thousands of them here. Thousands. And that's the best. That is the best. So enjoy it if you get it. One only at $59.99. Wouldn't think that's going to stay here long. I think it might be time for a little, just a moment for you guys to get in on something special here in opals. And already having flashed an opal, we're going to do our bottom of the hour wheel here, which is the blowout of all of our Australian opals. And we still have Paraiba to show you. Boy, that is not going to stick around, is it? That is a beauty. And then here we go with 3 incredible lightning ridge black opals, all natural through and through, no doublets, no triplets here. And look at this. Whoa, this is my favorite because I love the way that they did this at the right angle where, look at that, the prong on the bottom right looks like it's creating that spray effect of color. Isn't that amazing? Just beautiful. And then here's the other. Oh, look at that. This one's probably going to sit a little weird, but it's a leaner, but look at how beautiful because you've got that asymmetric halo. So 3 incredible opals. When I tell you they're going to go, they're going to go. No, 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 no. They're not going to be $79.99 any longer. They've all been on the air many times before. We saw $79.99 or more. The beauty of it is they're all so similar in their carat weight and their colors. We decided to put them all together and make them yours right now. And get ready. All platinum. We'll size them for you, so they do have to stay in the platinum. There's going to be, I'm going to walk you through carat weights starting with this side here, over here on the left. That's going to be our 320. You get 70 points in diamonds. In the center, that's a 219. 14. That one's going to give you a nice diamond weight, 61 points. And then off to the right, that is quite lovely with the baguettes on the side there. That's a 322 with 63 points in diamonds. We're going to do out a little best we can on blowouts here to give you 3 incredible lightning ridge. I'll tell you, 2 carats and 3 carat stones here, all set in platinum. No doubt, some of our very, very best, and they've been $79.99 and up. That was for the 2 carat, by the way. The 3 carat stones, which are, of course, on the sides, they were even more money. They were like, yes, did you have a question? What about it? All right, Diaspora gone. Congratulations. Well done. Sorry, I couldn't get over the shock there for a minute. So here we are at $79.99. Congrats on the Diaspora. Well done. Thought there was a question on it, but just taking it. Thank you. Enjoy it. It's a really, I mean, you're not going to see a Diaspora ever, ever like yours. I mean, really, that's the foundation of a museum. So now we're going to get some museum level opals out the door. Take a look at them. Black opals, blues and greens, stunning. And we're going to go ahead and send them on out for better than 79. 69, 59, 49, 39, 29. What's it going to take? 19.99. Let's go even lower than that. Not a time to wait on the phones here, because every single one will go. And that is because you already see a price. You know it. I know it. You know what? There's probably an opal miner right now who's going, I'm not going to imitate the accent because, you know, I'm not going to do it justice. But, you know, and that's just, I don't know. It seems tacky to do that. You know, I'm American. I'm just going to speak Southern California American. Yes. What's the questions? We're here for questions. Great question. Yep. I don't have one in front of me, but it will. I know how big our DBTYs are. I've sold them billions of times, and that is only a slight exaggeration. And it will fit a DBTY. Does she have the yellow diamond one, Jess, or the white diamond one? Because I'm thinking the yellow diamond one would be amazing with it, but I'm just going to show you a quick little profile here. That is enough space. Now, I can see if I have one for her. I don't know which one she has, because I can always see if we have it and show her how it's going to look. And that's the opening there. So the bail is going to be, I don't know which DBTY she has, but no matter what, it should work. There's not going to be a DBTY that won't fit in that. So, yeah. Even if you have like the big chunky diamonds, yeah, it'll work. Okay, so was that the only question? Okay, good. So this is going to be a wheel where apparently I have to do better than $19.99. Okay, well, good. Because again, we're not going to leave pieces here. That's not really an option tonight. We have 90 minutes left exactly. 90 minutes on our Friday celebration. Happy Friday, everybody. We've almost made it through Friday the 13th of 2025. So again, that's what we're celebrating right there. And how about celebrating with a great piece of jewelry? That's what we're here to do. And if you don't love $19.99, you're in luck. That's what we're going to do, is take all those $19.99 pieces, make them even less. All you need to do is dial in, because they will be going October's birthstone. This is the highest end opal out there. And you know what's a shame is that there's a lot of places probably right now on TV with a bunch of hundreds of opals spinning around that are really, again, not exactly what the same thing is here. Because again, natural opals are different than when you have a lot of layers and things and help and a lot of artificial elements to opals. And you have to know your source, and you have to know when a stone is natural versus a bolder opal versus an opal that has a lot of, again, slices of material behind it to make it look better. These are, again, we just rely here on our biggest partner here at TVON is Mother Nature. And so we rely on Mother Nature to bring us the best of the best. Then we select out of those to make sure that we can bring you the best. And then we still mark them way down like we're doing right now. It's not going to be $19.99 per ring. Take your pick, whatever your favorite is. But they will not be $19. They will not be $18.99. They will not be $18.88. I don't even think that $17.99 is going to work. We're going to go even lower, and please take what you can. That opal, I'll tell you, that pattern on the right side, I couldn't have painted it any better. It's so beautiful and natural. And then you know what I'm going to do? Let's make them even better. How about $17.77 a piece while they last 60 seconds? Let's go. We've got, I mean, melt them down if you want to. You have more money in the platinum. Keep the opal, keep the diamonds. Yes. Oh, she received it already. I remember that stone, of course. I remember. She's still wearing it. She hasn't taken it off since she received it. I will never forget that Rubilite. I'm just glad it got a great home, and I'm glad you're loving it. Thank you so much. Well, you know what? See, we do have collectors out there. We've got collectors, and collectors know. You know when you're seeing something that is truly extraordinary. Now, it's a good thing that that pendant is a pendant so she can wear them together, because she doesn't have to take her Rubilite off. She can wear the diaspora. And isn't that amazing that your diaspora is going to have actual matching to your Rubilite? Because weren't those Rubilite's colors coming out of that diaspora? So actually you can wear them together and they'll coordinate beautifully. So our Opal wheel is here at $17.77. Let me just show you, just for instance, let's just show you what this one looks like. Because you're thinking, oh, so it's a 3 carat, big deal. 3 carats look like 6 carats or more. There's that one stone with that very distinctive pattern. And then, of course, flares of the baguettes on the side, the rounds the rest of the way. $17.77. I don't know why. I don't know how, but look at those rings. They should be gone. And we've got a tanzanite deal coming up. Promise the opals here at the bottom of the hour. We're past that. We got to do the new find. We're going to bring a tanzanite round. We still have, I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but the Rubilite that is copper bearing. Remember I showed you two? We had the big 4 carat 96, which is here in the cushion cut. That is still to come. We have the oval, which is really where my heart is because it's so clean. And then, of course, it's got a lot of diamonds with it. And boy, does that stone deserve diamonds, doesn't it? So we'll have that still to come. Plus, we have our pear-shaped Paraiba. That's going to be on the way. I'm keeping the opals. All right. We got some pieces to melt today. That's good because we're still doing solid melted, by the way. We are making the prices better because, you know, if there were some pieces that just didn't get a chance, and look at this, well, that's awfully pretty. Let's see. We're halfway through the show. We've got our exquisite stone that has not been here ever before because, well, let me explain. This is actually museum reserve, sorta. So we didn't have any stones that were 1 carat. Nothing. They were sold out a long time ago. So as we welcome in this halfway point of the show, and again, if you have any questions about those opals, please let me know. Those are worth getting a hold of. But we have this extraordinary tanzanite round. It is a blue wing block D. It is part of the museum reserve because we didn't have any 1 carats. You've been asking us for 1 carats. We made it happen. We took one of the bigger stones out of the museum reserve private collection, and instead of sending it off to a museum or selling it here on the air, we had our master lapidaries cut it down to create a few stones. Now, here's the round. Here's the 1 carat. Here's the one we selected for a ring with a very cool way to do a halo, because a lot of times a halo just indicates a lot of little round diamonds around it. That's it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, nothing to it. This is a halo that is still upgraded because you're getting the beautiful, spectacular round of the stone, which is still showing the reds. Thank you, Museum Reserve, because you see the visible reds, you see the purples, you see the blues, but then you're getting a halo that instead of being around the way, like your basic halos are, it's got this great hexagonal style so that it almost looks like, now we know stop signs are octagons, but it still has that kind of stop sign feel to it, but with the 6 sides instead of the 8 sides, so that we can use really big diamonds. And that's exactly what we did, used really big diamonds to frame it. So instead of a lot of little stones, we used the big individual stones. Take a look at this. It's going to be item number 1128444. It's a dazzler. From the round center, got to get it cleaned up a little, to the side stones that frame it, which is 31 points. Might as well try it on while I'm cleaning it here. Classic, wearable, blue wing from a museum reserve. Again, technically in 2018, it wasn't part of the museum reserve because this stone wasn't here. But we needed to bring you what you asked for. You've asked for 1 carats, voila. It's actually going to be, technically speaking, it's a 103. So you're actually getting a little more carat weight. 103 on the center, 31 points in the diamonds among, let's see, you got your 6 baguettes, your 6 rounds, 6 and 6, 12 stones, all big sizes. Let's do something wild here. And there's that $49.99 price tag because, well, it's all done in a beautiful band and it's solid gold. And we do love it, don't we? It's really a thrill to have this for you. but we are going to go absolutely crazy on this one. And all you got to do is dial in, because this is how we do it, guys. It's a $49.99 piece. We're trying to make some jewelry go here. We're trying to do everything we can, no matter how new. Putting them on sale better than any sale you've seen before. This is how it's done. It's your chance to pick it up. Let's go. 0 to start. $100 increments. And we want everybody in. And that emerald's got to go next. That emerald, I know we are talking about it. That emerald is perfection. I can't say that about most emeralds. That one is just glowing. So now we are at, let's explain what's going on. Here's how this works. So for those of you that have never shopped here before, because we had a couple of you calling in that are not registered bidders, and that's wonderful to have you. Welcome on in to the, once you shop here for fine jewelry, you will literally not have to shop anywhere else for fine jewelry ever again. It's true. It's just the best in fine jewelry that's out there. But here's what we're doing. This is a live auction where you're going to make up your own price. I'm done pricing. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to stay here with you. I'm going to try on the ring, answer any questions you might have. But here's the problem. We can do white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, by the way, so you don't have to leave it in white gold. So is that all right? You can do yellow or rose. Don't make that the deal breaker. I hate when I hear later, well, I loved it, except it wasn't in my favorite gold color. But we can change that for you. So we can do that. So please don't say, well, I'd prefer it in yellow. Well, if that's the case, let me do that for you and not charge you any extra. This is a no reserve auction. I didn't start at $10,000, $5,000, $4,000, $3,000. I started at nothing. Just to see. Down to we have an open? No. Yes? $100. We got $100. And for the record, a band of gold today in the gold world goes between $4,000 and $6,000, just depending on who makes it. So you have a band of gold here, but then there's a tanzanite and diamonds all the way around it. And we have 200. Yeah, we got $200 and 2 bidders. Welcome on in, everybody. $300, still 2 bidders. And you can go in power bids. You can just say $2,000. You can say $25,000. And when you do, you'll probably knock out the rest of the competition and you won't even have anybody left standing. But here's how you do it, guys. It is a no reserve auction. It will sell in the next few minutes to somebody. $400 and new bidders in. $400 and $600. $700. Still 3 bidders. $800. Who do you have? Let me try it on again in case you missed that earlier. We have Sharon or Sherry? Sharon. All right. $900 has been bid. 2 bidders, back and forth, and nobody else. Whoa. Okay, so this is probably that time when we've got to chat because we are down to 1 bidder. This is not acceptable. Well, we're looking at a great stone here, and this tanzanite is everything. It's a carat 03, and again, this is what we don't have. So real quick update on what we have going forward. So you guys probably know we've been bringing this stone for about 6.5 years now. And at this point, here's the issue with that. We have 6.5 years running. We have no stones left to create jewelry out of. This is a classic example of something you'd asked for that we brought you because of the fact that you asked for 1 carats. And we did not have a 1 carat. We did not have a 1 carat. It's been a long time since we sold our last 1 carat stone. That is what makes a ring more wearable, more affordable, really, quite frankly, open to the masses. Because not everybody's looking for a huge center stone with a ton of diamonds. This is really that still high-end, really, really properly made, well done, but it's at $900. And we are looking for $1,000, and guess what? We got 1 bidder and 1 person thinking about it, and that's it. So a $5,000 ring, because that's just what it took to make it. We've got this incredible value coming your way. We only have 1 hour and 20 minutes left in the show, and we need to know, because with that 1 bidder and 1 person thinking about it, you're more than welcome to come on in. That's why we give it 2 minutes. If I didn't want to encourage you to come on in to get a part of this, because I don't have anything else in the inventory in tanzanite for under $1,000. Nothing. Actually, I don't even think there's anything in the inventory under $2,000, to be quite honest with you. And I went through the inventory about 3 hours ago. There's nothing. nothing left. So let's say you're going forward or saying, well, maybe in late July, or maybe in August, or maybe when the fall hits and it's holiday season coming up, maybe that's when I'll think about getting my tanzanite. Here's the issue. There's nothing. And the only option we would have is to bring you some kind of other inferior product like a lower grade tanzanite. I don't think we're ready to do that. So here's your opportunity. We've got a last call coming up. I don't know what it is. I think there's a psychology about going from triple digits to 4. It seems to happen more often than not when we're doing these auctions. So again, take into consideration, and I'll just tell you from a hosting standpoint, you could talk to any host in this business. If there was an opportunity to price that as it was, anywhere near this price tag, you best believe I would have priced it, put up a 30-second clock, and it'd be gone with 50 people on the phones going, wait, what happened? Why didn't I get it? This is the issue. There is nothing I can do in jewelry hardly for this price tag, especially when you have the best tanzanite ever mined, diamonds that are huge individual sizes as well, and now we've got it here for $900. Now we are about to give it a 2-minute clock. We will see if anybody wants to get verified. We have a money-back guarantee, so once you actually pick up the phone and dial in, we do this. We ask you what gold color you like, what size you'd like, where we should ship it to, and then all that's done for free, by the way. That's done for free. And it's shipped to your doorstep. You are not paying any extra beyond your bid. So there's no buyer's premium, there's no final sale attached to it, and you get it home and see if that's not the best jewelry buy you've ever made. We're at $900 and we got a final 2 minutes coming up. I've been offering fine jewelry on TV for 25 years, and not like a year here and 8 years off. For literally almost every day of my life. And yet I can go back 10, 15, 20 years of selling great tanzanites that were not Blue Wing Block D Museum Reserve. And they were more money way back when, before gold went crazy and diamonds went crazy and everything else. This is your opportunity, because just on a quiet Friday when, let's face it, there's a lot of things going on. Not everybody has their channel tuned into TVON tonight who normally do, because it's a Friday night date. It's a thing. Like, people make it like you center your whole weekend plans around Friday night typically if you're a real, like, true viewer of this show. But sometimes something's distracting, or there's something major going on, or there's maybe an NBA, whatever it is. This is why you've probably got that opportunity, because any other day we're up to 25 or 2,800 by now, and that's a problem, because it's a $5,000 ring. So let's give it our 2 minutes. We'll just, again, gold color's up to you, size is up to you, shipping's for free. I pay for that. I pay for the gold color change, the sizing, the shipping. You don't pay tax if you live in any of the 49 states besides California. So again, this is an opportunity where there's nothing hidden there. There's no, well, what's the catch? You bid, you pick up the phone, dial in the next 2 minutes, and you have a potential opportunity to win this ring. And I hope you do try it, because if nothing else, get it at home, see what it's all about, and if you don't love it, you send it on back. That's pretty simple. So $900. And let's see what we've got here right now. We've got a last call, and it looks like about 100 seconds now remaining. I'm going to try it on again, and it's such a classic. It's such an anybody could wear it. And if you want to pair it, you know what it'll look fabulous with. If you have a Wonder Ring, oh, the way it would look together with a Wonder Ring stacked beside it, any of the Wonder Rings, even that pear-shaped designer style we had earlier tonight. You could pair that up with it if you want. I mean, there's so many ways to either wear it on its own, dress it up if you want to. We got a final now. It's literally we got basically 80 seconds to go here. This is it. $900. There is something, I mean, if I could do that for $900, don't you think I would have said just $900, take it or leave it? I mean, my best values today were, you know, great pieces here at, you know, under $1,000. That's not normal. It's not normal, especially when you're talking about the literal best tanzanite and you see it, because sometimes if you're saying, but that's weird, because sometimes the smaller stones, you're always telling me, smaller stones don't give you all the reds. That is truly usually the case. This one's giving reds. This one's definitely given the reds. And that's not usually what happens with a smaller stone. Usually you got to go to a 15, a 20, a 30 carat to see those kinds of reds on the television screen. They always show up in person. But you have a situation here where you're getting a very important stone. And our last call is now. 15 seconds remaining. How we doing? Do we have $1,000? Gonna find out here because I got somebody who's dialing in. We still have 8 seconds on the clock. And of course, I know the big detriment is that there's a huge delay with this show. I don't know why it's so big. It seems like it's bigger by the month. But if you wait till the end of the clock, it's too late. And I'll have people calling in minutes from now going, wait a minute, I wanted to put a bid in. And it's going to be long gone. So do we have $1,000, yes or no? Got it? You've got it? Sold. Congratulations. That's out of here. Enjoy. There is a larger oval with yellow and white diamonds. I'll just put it up here in case you want the larger oval. Here it is. Larger stone. It's a it's a 5 carat. I'm looking for my item number here. 7012. Just that'll be all the tanzanites I have tonight. We have the round already spoken for and sold. Here is the big oval, which is going to be 1127012. It's our 505. And it does have a 56-point white diamond weight with 11 points in yellow diamonds. And if you want any of those opals, please keep calling because those opals are too good. Now here we are with a bigger tanzanite. It's the last one of the show tonight. And that'll give you a total weight of 67 points in diamonds, but of course we break it down so that you know how many precisely yellow diamonds you've got versus the white diamonds all together. So this would be, that's a good looking stone, isn't it? Got that big emerald, it's not going to stay here. Nothing is. We'll do a whole recap last hour. We sure will. But this is going to be a special stone. We got to blow it out, don't we? $89.99 is all I'm looking at here. I don't love it. I don't love it. I think we got to do a lot better, and we will. Here's how I do it right now. First caller with yellow and white. So that's the big debate. Because it looks good either way. You can see that already. We got some yellow diamonds and yellow gold, white diamonds and white gold. It looks good no matter what. Now we just got to make sure it goes out the door quickly. And this is how you do it, where you don't have to choose yellow diamonds or white diamonds, yellow gold or white gold. You get it all. It's your one and done, give it all to your ring, that if you don't have this style yet, perfect way to go. It's a classic here as well. And it's not going to be $89.99 either. Better value right now. And it's going to be better than $89. Better than $3,000. We just got to drop it. And it's hot. You know it is. We got the big Rubilites coming up. I don't know what we're going to do on those. That is not something we're used to seeing. And I'm going to have to introduce and educate because we don't have copper-bearing Rubilites ever on this show. I've got 2 to show you today. So let's get this out the door even better. 29, 28, 27. There's only one. Everything I've got. We're talking one-of-a-kinds throughout the show. Let's blow this out right now. $26.99. That is it. And that is a really extraordinary stone there. And of course, you've got the yellow and the white. It looks like you've got big yellow diamond marquise cuts when actually they are rounds put in that shape so that it gives you the look of a bigger stone without having the expense of a bigger yellow diamond. So that is lovely. All right, now we've got the yellow diamond earrings. Because I showed these earlier and there was a lot of folks saying, now that would be a really pretty earring, something different. Really lovely. They almost look like, to me, they look like a pansy. We'll show you what they look like. Aren't they pretty? The yellow and the white diamonds together. It would be 8538 here. And they are mostly, wow, those are really attractive. Yellow diamonds and white diamonds on the outer edge and right through the core of a beautiful earring design. 1128-538, very meticulous here as far as the florals are not easy to do. They're just not. If you want something, I find when they're not real detailed, they look very basic. They look a little kid-like. They look a little like little girl juvenile. This is where sophisticated couture comes in with a carat 69 in the yellow, another 36 points in the white diamonds, a grand total of 205 in the diamond weight here overall, and a stunning, extraordinary look. And I know we're excited to see these on the ear, so we will do that next for you and show you the size. Of course, one of the great things here is it's also an omega back. Now, you're not going to see that hinge style when you see them on. That's going to disappear, but what does matter here is that you've got that very large hinge style to keep a bigger, heavier earring so it's sitting properly in the earlobe. They are 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. So that's extraordinary, isn't it? You've got the 3/4 inch. I do want to show you the post is at the top. You will just simply flip this omega portion down, put that post in, and then flip up it goes. So that's how it's going to rest comfortably, and then also keep them stable and secure and beautifully centered up on the ear. But there's also going to be, let's see, 205 total weight, We'll take a look at these on here as well. Well, aren't those perfect? Oh, and I just wanted to tilt them a little bit just so they feel centered up. So there you can see how white, that's so vital. If you did not have an omega back, if that was simply, if you were relying on a post and a butterfly back, they might tend to droop a little bit. They might tend to just kind of fall forward a little bit, and then suddenly you're not seeing the floral design that we want to see. That's where you want to see that perfect omega coming into play to make sure that they're sitting out to the world and everybody can see them, and they're not heavy at all, and they're not pulling at the ear at all. That's what's so important to remember about an earring like that. And we're going to go back up close because I wanted you to see how we can take the price tag from $79.99 all the way on down tonight. So a very important value here. And that's what they look like together. And of course, what we're going to do right now, there was a ring tonight earlier in the show that would look fabulous. So if you missed it, because I know we have a lot of late arrivals on a Friday night because most people are headed out, you know, celebrating the end of the work week and getting through another week. And, you know, sometimes it's head out and just do a little dinner or something like that. Maybe just kind of coming in a little later here, checking in with our last hour. Well, we're there. And so it's time to get everything out the door. And if you wanted the earring, or rather the ring, to match, we can bring that to it. It was a coordinating set, really, not an exact match, which I think is even more important because I think matchy makes it look cheaper actually, but when you have coordinating sets, it really sets it off nicely. And then we've got at the top of the hour, I'm going to introduce you to a stone you may not have seen before. We're going to talk about copper-bearing Rubilite coming up at the top of the hour. So don't go anywhere. It's not a time to bow out now. We're going to make sure these can go lower than $79.99, a huge value, and it's going to be better than even half. They're not $4, they're not $39.99. This is your value. And we're going to take it on down right now to $2,999. $29.99. That's it. $29.99. One pair, that's all we got. Then the Paraiba coming out to play, which is going to introduce us. We have a blue-green traditional signature color, and then we've got our fabulous, probably you haven't seen them before. I'm trying to think what we've had. We've had Rubilites. We've had copper-bearing stones, but copper-bearing Rubilite, different animal. So we're going to bring those out to you tonight here as well. But there are yellow diamond floral earrings. They are lovely, aren't they? Really pretty, and floral earrings, they're just iconic. There's some things that just never go out of style. And florals, whether they're in fashion, whether they're in jewelry, it certainly is an icon and always appropriate year-round. Love to see those. And congrats if you get them. Okay, so coming up next, we're going to do a little special something here. And don't forget, we had a conch pearl pendant earlier that's still here. A couple requests that came out to play, but they're still available if you're looking for any of those pieces and you just wanted to hold off because you were waiting for the requester. I do have to say that as far as collectibles go tonight, we have the amazing emerald. This one's got to go before the night is over. There is nothing else like this here. It is our 391 Colombian emerald. Diamonds all the way around it, and it's way too cheap. It's item number 1128455 as a reminder here. That is not going to be long for this show. Remember, everything gets one chance now. We're not going to keep things in the inventory for months or weeks or even years. It's got to go, and we have to really just kind of bring you fresh every day. It's kind of been something I pioneered here. I really want to bring you more fresh jewelry and new and updated. So again, if it gets its shot on the air and it sticks around, time to move it on to something else that's new. So here we are with our big emerald. Now this is the 391. That is about as big as they get. Commercially speaking, without being, you know, going to specimens or minerals or big rough rock, right? This is as far as faceted gem quality. This is really where they tend to top out. You've got this incredible glow. We got it from, well, keep in mind, this started at a lot of money, and it should stay at a lot of money, but we got it down under $10,000 for you. And just kept on going and kept on going, and there's what it looks like from a distance, and that's the one-of-a-kind stone. That's the ring you receive, and it's not $99.99. It's a whole lot lower here today. It's not $99, $89, it's $79.99, first caller. And I do contend that when it comes to all of our values, and we have a lot of them, but it tends to be that these museum one-of-a-kind pieces, we know, we understand that they're not the pieces for the masses. So those tend to be truly where they come down a lot lower than where they should be, just to make sure that those that love it can have access and have affordability that makes it yours, because the truth is there aren't a lot of options when it comes to 391s. You're not going to find too many out there, and this is the one we're bringing. And we have had $83,000 examples here. It's still here. in that size. And tonight, just a new opportunity where if we saved money, you save money. Let's go back up close and take a look at it and see what you think of that stone. $79.99, and then on the way we go to Paraiba, and then we introduce you to the new, the fabulous, the Cornerupine in the Rubilite together. So that'll be on the way. And looking forward to that. It's our cushion cut first, and then it's our oval next. And hopefully they will be attainable to our collectors out there, which obviously we've got some collectors that are enjoying what we're bringing, whether it's our big diaspores, our beautiful Paraibas, our emerald in this massive size, as collectible as it gets. Here comes the Paraiba. This is a carat 60. And again, when you see this from a distance, it just looks like more. It just does. It's the elongation of the cut to where this really does present like a 2 or 3 carat. Item number is 1127019, and we are getting very close now to the last hour of our Friday night, and then we shift our focus to daytime shows, so keep that in mind. This is going to be 7019. It's our carat 60 Paraiba, and it does have this nice elongation, doesn't it? So totally different than any other stone. When we have had, I had a carat 13 pear shape the other day. It was amazing. But this is a carat 60. So a carat 60 that's looking like a 2 or 3, sign me up. Because if it was a 2 or 3 carat, the price goes up by tens of thousands of dollars. So I love that we've got a big stone without going to the $20,000 or $30,000 range. There's also a carat 05, and it's lovely. It's in the yellow gold, so it's all custom made. So I don't find that you see a lot of the gold when it's on the hand. So I think that even if, oh my, this is such an important look. So hold that thought on the gold because we can discuss that in a minute. Look at this. Under gallery, yeah, but look at the clarity. Look at the clarity. This is one of the most included stones in the world. Yes. Sure thing. Here's the emerald on the hand again. Well, I don't, but I can find out. So here's what it is, size 8 right now. Here's the emerald on the hand, and then I'm going to do the side profile. They did a great job of setting this pretty low profile for the stone size that it is. So there's your heads up on the 391. I still can't get over that we're basically $2,000 a carat and free diamonds and free gold. That is so outstanding. And then here's your side profile. So nothing that sits up too high, but if you did want to put something side by side, there's a little access to do that because it sits up just enough where you could slide another ring next to it, a la Wonder Rings or diamond bands, etc. But there is not that big, heavy, pronounced, because, you know, emeralds, they're not usually that deep of a stone. They are less dense, so they're cut in a little different fashion than a lot of stones are. So they don't have a ton of depth to them. So what that allows you to do is have it lower profile in the basket. So here's one other look at it. So here's a couple of looks. That's from another perspective of the side profile. Here's your other perspective of the side profile. So again, nothing that sits up too high. And sometimes bigger stones do that, but that's when there's a lot of pavilion. That's a lot of depth to the stone. So you have to naturally just put it up a little higher. But the way, you're not waiting for it to be one way or another. You just look straight on that stone and look at how it just has glow all the way around, all at the same time. And it's $79.99. So coming up, back to our Paraiba we go. That's our carat 60. And then you get, of course, that bigger look to it, as I will show you here when it's on the hand. And there's a carat 05 in diamonds as well. So that's what it looks like from a distance. And, you know, it's really giving a little bit more blue than it is green. So most are going to be leaning, if there's a 50-50, that's great, but typically they go a little bit more 60-40 green to blue. Always more unique to find a higher saturation of the blue as opposed to the greens. So this is what it's going to give you, and you see that from a distance where it's certainly giving a little bit more blue than green there. And it's going to be better than $19,999. That would be a fair price tag. It's our top of the hour. What a way to start. Then we're going to dive into a little education on what a copper-bearing Rubilite is all about, but that is better than $99.99 tonight. We got some discounts on our biggest and best, on our high value pieces. Those are where the discounts are coming through tonight. And look at that stone. Just a few natural inclusions in the upper, really kind of at the upper third there, and nothing that is visible to the eye. That is what's important, because that is not a visible inclusion where you see the stone and you go, oh, look at that included. It has that beautiful ripple effect where you see light go all the way through the stone. Big, big thanks to the lapidary who did such a great job cutting that stone so that you see that clarity on full display. The elongation of the pear shape really makes it so different, so interesting, so one of a kind. It's not even going to be $99 or $89 or $79.99. Truth is, I had a carat 13 just a couple of days ago. It was more. Let's blow this out right now. Better than $79.99. Then we'll talk about copper-bearing Rubilite. on the way, but this will be only $69.99 tonight. So that is a big value. You've got the incredible private collection pear shape, elongated. There's only one like it. My other pear shapes are much shorter. So this is what gives you that visual that I know not a lot of us are buying a 2 or 3 carat because the price tag soars so much. So here's how you solve it. You get the carat 60, which is still a huge size, but you get to save all that money while still getting a bigger look. So now it's copper bearing Rubilite time. One of the rarest stones in the entire world. And I have just shown you blue-green, the signature color that we've known of Paraiba since 1989. After the 1989 discovery of the Brazilian stones, it was shortly thereafter they were mined out. There were 2 other finds in the history of the world, Mozambique and Nigeria, also where some copper-bearing stones were found, and very few of the blue-greens. It was more of the fabulous greens, the rare purples, and then this rarity that is still Rubilite, but it's also copper bearing. Here's our larger stone, and then we're going to get to our still large 2 carat oval. We've shown them to you. There was a heart-shaped earlier in a pendant that was lovely. Now we're getting into the big 496. It's item number 1128519. Welcome in to our last call on Friday night. This is it, 58 minutes remaining to go. This is your time. And now we get to talk about a 4 carat 96 where I have had the last couple of days, I have spent a number of items talking about and discussing what the rare is on purple Paraibas. When we've had the purple Paraibas, we've had beautiful kind of a neon grape color. Those have been lovely. Now we're bringing to you something that's even more rare. So just 2 of them, again, in rings tonight. That's it. The 4 carat 96, which has another 101 in diamonds around it. This is a pretty simple style. Halo design, couple of bigger diamonds incorporated into that halo, and then the side split as well. So this is where, if you are a collector, you get in on all the colors you can get. Get everything you can get. Get the blue greens, the greens. There have been a few Jonites that also have some copper elements, very rare. This is the more pinky red variety. So what looks like a Rubilite, which is on its own an extremely rare type of tourmaline, but you get the copper content as well. So incredibly, out of our private collection, we brought out a lot of stones recently in an effort to bring you some new that you've never seen before. That's where we're bringing out some really cool private collection stones like this one is. So take a look at it. We'll blow it out. It's one only, and then we'll bring out the oval for you as well, which is going to be a lot of fun to bring out the oval, which is so stunning, which is going to give even more diamond weight somehow. But this one has, again, that beautiful 101. You can see there's that subtle split shank style that doesn't really look like a split shank because we filled it in with bigger diamonds for you. And then you've got the halo around it. Notice though at the points, the corners, and every alternating diamond, you've got a really big diamond there actually. So bigger diamonds incorporated into that halo. Here's how it looks from a distance where you just start to see the glow. And a very unique color at that, a great color. Look at that. So you can really see still the light effect going through it. How about we just take this on down? First caller situation, $19,999. I'll make it even better. One only. Collectors, where you at? We're bringing you a rarity level we have not seen ever before on this show. We brought you copper bearing for years, but not the Rubilite. So here's your step up. And didn't we just have a rave review a few minutes ago from a shopper who bought a Rubilite last week from me and is raving about it? And now you get that extra element. It's how you get there. That's still that Mother Nature infused copper content that just takes it up to a whole different rarity level. And it's not going to be $19,999. First caller gets it. It's only going to be $9,999 first caller. I've got an oval, 2 carats. So about half the size. We're going to bring you a 2 carat coming up. It's got even more diamond weight, and it might be, because it's 2 carats instead of 5, tad bit cleaner as well. So I know this one only up close do you see any inclusions, much like our blue green we saw. Here it is. And again, from a distance, it's just that bright glowy factor. And then I also have, now this is where we're going to upgrade the diamond weight, which diamonds are very important too. So as much as we love copper bearing Rubilites, well, the diamond weight's incredible. Here is, well, they don't look a lot different, do they? The size does not look a lot different. You're getting cleaner here. Item number is 1128515. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a good time. A really big collector's moment here on item number 1128515. It's a 203. Brighter cleaner. That's the clarity coming through, so you get a little more brightness. 179. I can literally tell you every time I've had this mounting, I can tell you not only the stone that was in the center, but how big it was, because it's only been here a few times with very elite stones. And now we add copper-bearing Rubilite to the mix. 179 is the carat weight in the diamonds. Here's your inside under gallery, and again, another view with the clarity. Why not? Look at that designer under gallery you have, and still peering right through. If that just is it the illusion of clarity, or is it really clean? That's really clean. And you know, rarity aside, don't we enjoy jewelry that's good looking? Isn't that a big priority? Are you going to wear something on your hand that isn't beautiful, that isn't pretty, that isn't bright, or a color you love, or a color that just makes you happy, or diamonds that are sparkling that just inject some energy into your every single day life? That's what this is about. Jewelry is so fantastic. And at the end of the day, it's worth more than you paid. And at the end of the day, well, here's the end of our day together, and we're going to bring you a value on a carat 79 diamonds that, whether it's a 2 carat 13 diamond like I've had a 213 yellow diamond in this mounting, and it was 15,000. I've had a 2 carat 06 ruby in this mounting. I have had a blue green Paraiba in this mounting, and when I had the 2 carat blue green Paraiba in this mounting, and these are all gone, by the way, they're spoken for and sold, otherwise I'd bring them out and show them to you. They're all sold. But you remember every one of them because they're so significant. The Paraiba that was 2 carat in the blue green was $14,999, was the lowest price that got it out the door. Now this is a rarer color. It's just a rare, it's a numbers game. The blue greens are rare, but the Rubilites are even more so. So shouldn't it be more than $14,000? Well, look at that. The price tag on the bag is $18,999, but I just made a 4 carat 96 even more affordable. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Friday night, end of the show, here's what I've got. $18,999, not going to do it. And better yet, even if you thought about it or him and Han about it, thinking about it, perusing it, don't even pay that. Let's help everybody. And that's the key word, is everybody. Because I don't want this to be about one opportunity for one person who says sold first. Let's give you a real opportunity to do two things. Own the piece and save the money. Own the piece and save the money. Now, there is another factor here. This mounting is a carat 79. That's one of our bigger diamond mountings we do, which is why it is reserved only for a select few stones that have to be of equal quality, of a really high-end quality. Otherwise, we're not bringing it to you. So this is what we now have. In $18,999, I'm throwing it out. We can't do that if we're going to sell this ring. Is there, my question to you, my genuine question, is there somebody within the sound of my voice tonight that is loving this ring? Because that's all I'm looking for anyways. First, we got to find, that's kind of the matchmaker element of this show, is I got to show you great jewelry that's created lovingly by hand, but then we have to put the piece up, find the right buyer, and then make it the right price. So it's a process. We got to love the jewelry, make the perfect ring, find the perfect person for it, and then make it the perfect price. So that's kind of what we do here. And yet, this mounting by itself, not to scare you away, I say this for the information of it, because a lot of us are not familiar with the per carat price of a copper-bearing Rubilite because we don't have them. Until tonight, we don't see them. So just for the record, let's talk about the basics like the gold and the diamond mounting that we have seen before with a 2 carat yellow and a 2 carat ruby and a 2 carat blue green Paraiba. That was $14,999. This one should be more because it's more rare. I can solve all that, but let's take the Rubilite out of the equation for a minute and talk about that 179 diamond mounting in a lot of gold that cost us now over $7,800 to make. So there's only so low this can go when the housing for it is a $7,800 cost. And then you add the 203 cuprian or copper bearing. Cuprian is the same thing as copper bearing. Cuprian albaite, it's a very scientific name. It's the gemologically correct name to say copper bearing. Those are the chemical elements. That's how we describe it. We don't typically say Paraiba when it's a pinky red stone. We usually say that for purple or blue greens, but again, it's all the same. And the copper element is what makes it rare. Rubilites are rare on their own. I know we would, just the other day I had a 2 carat Rubilite on the show and it sold for $49.99 and it was a 2 carat Rubilite, basic, really basic. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get away from $18,999. I'm gonna put it on the auction block. I have to. It's the only way around this, otherwise that's the price and I have to say take it or leave it and give it a clock and move on. Because I don't think that's gonna do it tonight. So here's what we get to do instead. And I want callers, and I want collectors, and I want everybody to have a real, true shot at this. I want you to have a chance to own something so rare that you're not having to go to a museum to just look at or glance at, but you can own it, wear it, resell it, wear it, pass it down, gift it as a gift, whatever you want to do. But it's not even going to be $10,000 to start. And now we're getting really weird because you heard me say it, we're talking about a nearly $8,000 mounting on its own by itself. But I have a feeling tonight we're going to have to do some other things. Because if we want to get the phone lines rocking, you got to do crazy things. So let's not even ask for $10,000 to start. Or 75. And there you have it. Somebody's getting a free Rubilite with copper because 75 is less than the price of the mounting on its own. We're going to need to do $100 increments on this one. Got to. Because it's major. Let me try it on the hand here, and keep in mind it's not going to be 75 because I know what it's going to take tonight. I've been living through 2 hours and 12 minutes of this show. I know it's going to take better than 75. I have an emerald sitting here, a 4-carat emerald that's worth $85,000, and it's sitting here at under 8, and it hasn't sold yet. So obviously it's a night when we're up against it. So instead of 75, 65, 55, I'm going to go $5,000 to open on this one. You know what? Skip it. What's my my 496 is still here. That was 10 grand. I think 5,000 makes perfect sense. But let's go lower. Somebody needs to have this ring, and I don't know what you're thinking out there, but I know what I'm thinking. This might be the biggest value we've ever brought you because it's going to take that, it's going to require that, and I want to get more than one caller in, and I'm thinking $100 increments. What about you? Too high? Too low? Probably too low. We're going to go $100 increments, and I'll get it better than even $5,000 to get this started. We are not waiting. How about 45? Okay, there's only so much I can do here, guys, because we do have a $7,800 mounting on its own. There's a free stone. If you are to give me $7,800, we are trading jewelry. We are trading. You are giving me $7,800, I give you the mounting, but there's a stone inside of it that has a far bigger value than diamonds and gold do, because I can continue to bring you gold and diamonds and gold and diamonds and gold and diamonds, and there's no stopping that. What I cannot bring you is rubelites that have copper content like this stone does. And being 2 carats and clean like this stone is, that's a whole different deal. This is rare for that reason. It's not going to be $4,500 to start. This is getting a little crazy here. It's one of our best mountings, but it's still classic. This is a big diamond mounting, yes. It's got almost 2 carats, but it's still a classic because it's the double halo, and then you get all the pave on the sides. How about, and this is all I can do, guys, $4,500. Insanely good. We had the last piece here. It was a 4 carat, nearly 5. That was here for $99.99. Now we're at less than half, and it's not going to be 45 or 44 or 43 or 42 or 41. It's going to be $4,000 to get it started. $100 increments only. That's it. It's designed to get a lot of folks in. It's designed to make it a collector's dream, and it's designed, most importantly, with you in mind, to be the perfect setting for one of the most incredibly rare stones we have. So here is your chance right now, $4,000 to open. $100 increments. Nowhere else on the planet is something like this available to anybody. And that's the truth, because it's not in retail. I did a search. I contacted some of my auction folks today. No record of a copper-bearing rubelite in an auction house. Nothing. And here's our chance right now. You know what? Guys, there's only so light can go on the mounting, and here's the problem. We have a lot of jewelers out there. I'm meeting with one of them tomorrow. We have a lot of jewelers out there who want to buy from the show, and they'd like to be like, you know, just partners in the show. I got to say, because they know they can't make jewelry like this. And they're wondering, how do you guys make jewelry and then sell it for less? Well, that's not a smart business practice, but sometimes it's a necessity because you still got to pay for the airtime, right? We're still here. So we got to pay for the airtime. So here's what I'm going to do. We got to get some cash flow going, and I'm going to make it better than $4,000. And if you ever wanted, because I know I get this question every day, do you guys sell semi-mounts? The answer is no, not on the air. We don't. We don't have semi-mount shows. We don't. So for all those people who have loose stones or collector stones, or maybe like the stone from grandma that was passed down, that you're going, well, I don't like that mounting, so I want to modernize it. Do you guys sell mountings? I will tell you right now, this is our selling a mounting, because this is so much less than the mounting price on its own, and you're getting a stone that you should keep. that you should definitely value, keep, and hold on to forever, because that stone is rare. And I'm going to make it better than $4,000. How about $3,900? I mean, I'm scraping bottom here. We are way too low on the mounting. We've got a stone that's irreplaceable. It is a priceless stone. Nobody else out there has it. It's been in our private collection here for literally over because this is something to consider, guys. This was discovered in '89 in Brazil. It was shortly thereafter that the Africana stones came out. So here's a stone that has been in our vaults for 2 decades. As part of the private collection, with never a notion to sell it. And now I'm up here selling it, or trying, with an auction at $3,900. How about 38? How about 37? How about 36? There's no duplicating the stone. It's my smallest one besides the heart shape that we had in the pendant earlier. And now we're getting, guys, put it in perspective this way. The heart shape I had earlier was not that far off in price tag, and that one had no diamonds. This has almost 2 carats in diamonds. We're not even verifying at 36. I'll tell you what, it's my last opportunity, 60 seconds. I'll give it $3,500 to open, and I'm going to do something else. I'm going to lower the increments as well. We'll make it $10, $10. Therefore, if you are bidder number 2 or 3 or 5, bidder 10 or 20, you can still bid, and without going leaps and bounds above the open, because it's a $10 increment instead of $100. So here's our last call on this piece. 60 seconds, let's go. 60 seconds, and that's it. Now, do you remember the heart shape? I know it was a long time ago, but we had this heart-shaped stone that was 3 carat, although I think I don't know, looks about the same as this one. There's the stone I had earlier, and that was not far off. This has no diamonds. No diamonds, not as much gold, and just a stone. That was very similar in price, and now we're giving you a 2 carat nearly diamond mounting, tons of gold, $3,500 to get it started, and no open yet. So there's a new find tourmaline as well. We've still got the 4 carat 96. If you want the 496, it's $10,000, and we will move right along if we don't get the open. But $3,500 for nothing here, that's for, again, remember the mounting 78. The stone is priceless, and you cannot price it out anywhere else, because who has it? Who's selling it? Who's offering it? Who even has something like this available? We're verifying. We got callers coming in. This is too good to stay here. Here's what it looks like on the hand again. That's just a giveaway. Simple as that. Just a giveaway. Friday night giveaway. So we may have the open here, and I'm going to ask them something, because this is a weird question to ask. Who is it, and can I offer them something to take their bid, to actually forfeit their bid? I can't. I dropped it to this level in hopes of getting a lot of activity. We have one bidder thinking about it. I don't know if they've given us an official open yet, but yeah, they have. Who is it, and can I convince them not to take it? I don't know, just name your price. Name what you need, because I can't be selling this at $3,500. This was designed to get a lot of activity, to get a lot of people in, to get the phone lines rocking. We have one bidder who's seen the light here, who said, that's a $7,800 mounting, and I'm getting the stone with it, and I'm paying less than half of what I should for just the gold and the diamonds. If you work here, and you're part of the makers, the factory that made the mounting, it's $7,800 just to produce the mounting. The mounting is just the diamonds and the gold in this size 7 it's in, and then you're adding the 2 carat 03 copper bearing Rubilite. We are at less than half of the price of the mounting cost on its own, and we have one bidder at $3,500. And remember, the increments have been dropped from 100 to $10 to potentially get you in and potentially get you to win it. So this is last call. We have our open, and who is it? Linda's at the open. And is there anything that I can say or offer that might just convince her to bow out? Because that is, I'm in a real world of hurt here if we're selling that at 35 with just one bidder, and that's that. So it's our last of the Rubilites that are copper bearing of the day here. We've got more rare than even purple Paraibas, which is what I spent the last 2 days showing you. It is far more rare than the blue greens, which is what I've spent the last 25 years showing you. Well, actually not true, 20 years, because I started showing them in 2004. So it's been, 21 years that I've been showing copper bearing stones. The early days of TV did not have the copper bearing stones. They really didn't come out to play till 2004. So anyway, we're at $3,500. And we have the open, and we're looking for 3510, and I may have to give it a clock because otherwise we sit here for the next 39 minutes and look at it. I don't think I would mind, but maybe you guys would. So here's the deal. I'm going to give it a final call. This is so wrong to say. So please, oh, jewelry gods, forgive me for saying this, but get it for the mounting. I mean it. Get it for the mounting. This is a $7,800 mounting. Get it for the mounting. I mean that. I will do it in any gold you want. Yellow gold, rose gold. If you've had the perfect 2-carat ruby sitting in your collection forever and you want the greatest mounting for it, get it for the mounting. You're spending less than half of what you would for the mounting if you worked here. I work here. If I said, make me that mounting, I'll buy it. I want to use that mounting. It's going to be more than $7,800. I mean, they're going to have to, they still, you know, you got to make money, right? $7,800 for this mounting. Just trading it from one to another. We've added a priceless stone at a 2-carat 13. It's a Rubilite, but it's got copper. So this is not regular Rubilite. For those of you going, well, it's a Rubilite. Rubilite's extraordinarily expensive, but this has copper elements. I am about to give it our 2-minute final clock, and it will be gone. And you can't call me tomorrow morning in a couple hours and say, I want it. I missed it. I want it. Too late. The shows are live. The auctions are live. And when they're gone, they're gone. So it's our very last call now. 2 minutes is going on the clock. We had a lot of people. I know I did an auction last hour in tanzanite. A lot of people were a little too late on the auction. They missed out and probably still upset about it, I would imagine. So call early, call very early, and remember you have a money back guarantee. So if this seems a little, you know, TGTT, too good to be true. Well, TGTBT, if it seems a little too good to be true, I get it. That's exactly what it should feel like. This feels like a too good to be true moment. It feels like a they can't do that moment. It feels like a what on earth am I watching moment. This is it, guys. $3,500. That's our final call. 2 minutes on the clock. You have to be in. It's a $10 increment. 10. I'll take power bids. I'll take a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 bid. But at this point, minimum increment of $10. And you've got the choice of gold. Remember all the details you get, all the freebies you get, the free gold color change, the free sizing, the free shipping, the money back guarantee, the no tax outside of California, all those things that add up to more savings and more value and more money in your pocket. And you get the beautiful jewelry at the same time. So let's go. 2 minutes commence now. 2 minutes on the clock and we will be done. This is our last chance and we've got 35 minutes left in our Friday and that's it. And it is go time. You cannot afford to miss out on this opportunity because that's where, again, 179. And we had the fast, the 4-carat 96 was here for 10 grand. It had lesser diamond weight than this ring has. This one's got the big diamond weight, one of the biggest we see, reserved only for those of the most importance in stones. Again, yellow diamond, ruby, Paraiba have been what we have featured in this ring. There was one more. What was it? Was it, let me think, was it demontoid? Yes, I think it was a demontoid. Yes, there was one more. I'm missing one. And that's it. That's when we see it. Ruby, yellow diamond, and I can remember each one specifically and their prices. And here we are with the last call. We've got a minute and change left. Last chance, last call, 1 minute. Let's go. 3,500 is the bid. We are looking for 3,510 or more. We've got our final minute. Charge on in. Be here quickly. Let's get you the fabulous ring. It is in any gold. This would look gorgeous in the white or the yellow, I would say. Rose gold, not so much. Don't mix the cool and the warm tones, but in yellow gold, oh, I would love to see it in yellow. It'd look beautiful because you have a very bright, saturated jewel tone, pinky red. So it would look gorgeous in the yellow. It's looking gorgeous in the white gold. We're at 3,500. We have 35 seconds left. This is the time. And Tim, did you have a phone call there or no? Oh, I thought you had a verification. No, never mind. Okay. So it's last call. And is it going to go for 35? Could it go for 35.10? Let's see what it's coming down to here. This is the moment. Oh, boy. And who wants the, nobody wants the 496 at this point, right? $10,000 for the 496, that's more included. I'd say go for this stone. That's where I'd go there. Go there instead. 35 seconds remaining. Last call, last chance. Are we at 35.10? Oh my. And then the big emerald, we got to get that at home. Going to keep showing it till it goes. The big emerald. The big emerald is here. $79.99. If you're thinking about it, you need to pick it up. Do we have 3510? You got it? Yes, no? Sold. Congratulations. That is gone. How about a beautiful turquoise? Sleeping Beauty variety here. It is our pear shape, and wow, ooh, look at that. We had some earrings earlier. We'll recap those for you. Final few minutes of our Friday. Hey, by the way, we did have a blue-green Brazilian new find. Does anyone want to see that real quick? Yeah, let's do it. We've been showing it a couple of times. Let me zoom back so we can get the whole piece upright for you. And this will be on its way out. It's a blue-green. This is that new find, so kind of related here because, well, it's a new find. There's not a update yet as far as they haven't done all the testing that's required to determine if there is some kind of copper element to the stone, but it certainly looks like it. It's got those beautiful blue greens to it, doesn't it? It's item number 1126165 with this lacy style designer diamond mounting around it. We will get to that turquoise coming up next, so don't go anywhere. That will be here. And now we're talking about a really special 312. It's the new find. It is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Really pretty stone. You've got a great kind of lacy type of look around it that's created around kind of taking your basic halos and making it a little more dressed up. And then we also do have, well, you've got a fantastic way to get a really remarkable stone because of course it's got the neon, so it kind of indicates visually at least that it might have some of those copper contents. But of course, if this was if it just had the word Paraiba up there, we'd be asking for $65,000. It's a full carat in diamonds. We have one. Doesn't even need to stay in the white gold. You can do yellow or rose if you'd like to. But what we have here, nothing short of amazing. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Oh my, look at that. It's an awfully big ring, so that might be, it would be the downside for some. It's definitely going to be for our bigger ring gals. You know, if you like something more of a cocktail ring, a bright look, a beautiful design, that's it. You can see how it goes really knuckle to knuckle, but just at the points there, it's got a nice wearable shank in the back, so it's not going to be overly complex to wear because you see it's got that classic style band in the back. So it doesn't, it's not like the whole ring is as wide as the front portion reveals, so you still sits and is comfortable like all your other rings are, but it's going to be better. Ooh. Well, we're looking at yet another. I've seen that price a lot tonight, $79.99. I've seen that quite a bit. Let's go lower than that. Let's make it really simple and easy. And look at the brightness. Clean, clean, clean. Tourmalines usually are not. That's got the clarity. We're going to blow it out right now. First caller on the lines. Make sure you're ready because, you know, we went on a little like new find rampage for about 2 weeks there, where I was bringing out stone after stone, everything we had. Granted, there weren't that many, but we brought out everything. Everything was selling as quicker than we could put them up. And this is the last one we have. It's it. This is everything. There's the blue-green for you. And it's not a small, see, here's the problem. 3 carat Paraibas, I mean, here I had the carat 60 for $7,000. 3 carat Paraibas are $65,000 on the show. So if you can't do that, you don't have to go without. You can get that look. Certainly, you're still getting tourmaline. You're getting a new find. This is going to be the headline of the gem community, especially when they do determine what's giving it those blue greens. It could very well be copper bearing. Well, then you'd have the deal of a lifetime. And it's a 312, and you're not spending $79, $69, $59. You're not spending $49 or $39.99 either, and this is what makes it a value. You know what? We need to go even lower. Not even $39.99. I know I've got a wait list of shoppers and collectors who have been begging for more material. This is the last of its kind. I'll make it $3,499. Turquoise is next. We're going to bring in the turquoise. We've got some recaps to do. The big 3 carat 91, it's got 30 minutes. Well, we've got 30 minutes, but you know what? That emerald probably not going to last till the end of the show. That 3 carat 91 for $79.99 has got to go. And now our new fine Brazilian blue green with all this ample diamond weight around it. It's here. And it's lovely. And it's really, really special. $34.99. We're not leaving it. 30 seconds to go. And then we've got recap time. We've got any requests you want to see. I had some requests come in earlier, pieces that we showed, still here. So you can go ahead and grab maybe the conch pearl. We've got a fabulous, remember we had those stud earrings. We had our little Hamsas. We got a couple pieces here under $1,000 I got to show you. because there are still some under $1,000 pieces available, and that should not be happening. So we'll do a little recap for you there. And then the opals, oh my, those beautiful opals, just outstanding, just totally, totally extraordinary. So here we go. That is going to be your moment. Okay, so that one's here at the moment, $34.99. We got to do a little recap here because if, you know, I get it, we've been spending a lot of time here in the museum tonight. That is for sure. And what a pleasure it is, you know, especially for our shoppers who are just like, you know, really into just like what's new, what's hot. Show me the museum where I don't even have to get up off the couch. That's great fun. But let's show you our turquoise, our Sleeping Beauty. We had some matching earrings earlier that I want to point out because it's a perfect pairing. We have a pear shape here, 8491. And just as a reminder, here are the earrings that we did have earlier because those belong together, don't they? I mean, the real similar style there, pear shape on pear shape, white gold and white gold, got to stay as they are. Look at that. So that's going to be, the big ring is a 2-carat 16 with, first of all, 8 points in princess cuts. So you've got 2 big princess cuts, 1 on each side. They would be 4 points apiece. And then we have, look at those earrings. See, that's the match right there. And let me try to mark each one down. Well, we already did the earrings. They were presented hours ago. But let me try to bring the ring down accordingly so that if you do love what you're seeing there as the set, you can go ahead and get the whole set. But there's the fabulous ring, 216, 8 points in the princess, but also the rounds are going to be another 36 points. So all together, you've got the 44 points in diamonds right here, which honestly looks like so much more. I do want to point out the undergallery you have on our Sleeping Beauty turquoise, and that one's going to stay in the white gold as the earrings do. But here's what we've got on the ring. And please, if you can, get them both. That is a set that would be very difficult to replicate if you're shopping separate items, separate occasions. And now we can hopefully make this a lot easier. So it really is extraordinary, isn't it? 216. This is all the information that you're seeing on the left. That's for the ring. The earrings are 209. Total weight, 16 points in diamonds. And we'll do the ring right now. It's a $39.99 ring. I am not making this stuff up. Look at this. There's the ring. Welcome to 2025. I'm taking you back to 2016. That's when I started here. So I can't really do these 2025 prices. Love that we're in 2025, but you know, there are downsides. And so what I'm doing is taking you back. Started here in a long time ago, 2016. These are 2016 prices. And I hope nobody minds because I just got to deliver you value. No matter what the era is, no matter what's happening in the outside world, my commitment to you is value. So we're going to find a way, even on Extraordinary Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, one of a kinds here. The earrings are gorgeous. The ring is gorgeous. Take one or the other. Take them both. But they are not going to be. The ring is not going to be even. $39, $29. I was loving $19.99 in my head. I think we got to do better than that. The ring is only $1,499. And the earrings, $9.99. Under $2,500, you get everything that's on that wheel. You get the whole set. You get the beautiful look, all the matching, and the matching is there. The matching is there in the cut. The matching is there in the color, and it's all Sleeping Beauty. So that's the way to go. $9.99 earrings. And if you need to see those on again and see their item number, they were here earlier, we can do that again. But the ring, wow. And let me try it on one more time because there are those big princess cuts right there. So where this shank crisscrosses and does that figure 8, that's where you have the bezel set princess cut. 4 points on each side in the princess cut. Here's the other way to wear it, which looks like this. So there you can see it one way on the hand. I'll pop it on the other as well. And $14.99. Plus we have the gorgeous drop. Look at this from a distance away as well, just so you can see them together. Just perfect. Perfect, right? Just perfect. And they really are meant to go together. So take one or the other, but honestly, if you can do them both, $14.99 the ring, $9.99 the earrings. The earrings, and again, they're one of a kind. When they're spoken for, they're spoken for. So do not wait. $9.99 for the earrings, $14.99 for that ring. And then let me show you again, just the other way to wear the pear shape. If you prefer the pear pointing up towards the hand, that's what it looks like from that direction. So last call in the show. We've got 25 minutes remaining. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'm going to do a little recap wheel of our under $1,000 items. That's coming up. So there's the ring. Would you like the ring or the earrings? Let me know who's got what, because I don't think this is going to stick around. Shouldn't. Not at these prices. These are real, like way, way back. We're going way back to a different era of pricing here. And then we got some rings to show you. And rare rings. And you'll have to let me know if any of these have sold since. And then we'll recap our emerald, because there are several of you thinking about the emerald. Yes? The ring. Okay. Not the earrings, huh? Oh, they're so pretty. If you can do them both, get them. They're so perfect together. Earrings, $9.99. The item number on the earrings is 112-8494. 8494. Then we're going to do a little under $1,000 recap, which these could be a part of, I suppose, but I want to focus on some rings here for you that were all here earlier. So good chance you may have missed the first couple minutes of the show. So good news is we're going to recap what you did miss that at least is still available and show those to you next. Okay. Coming up, here come the rings. The earrings are $9.99. Thank you so much. And don't forget about the new fine Brazilian stone, $34.99 for that one. Here we go. I'm going to start with the June alternative birthstone. Alexandrite in a gorgeous mounting. That's a platinum mounting. Also have this diamond band, pear shapes, 44 points in diamonds. And then we're going to talk again about copper. Copper-bearing blue-green Paraiba. So only some of the rarest stones on the planet are represented on this wheel, and everything is the same price. And if you can do it, get a couple, mix and match, add to the collection. I bet you that most people watching might still be short of owning both alexandrite and Paraiba, and don't feel bad because they are some of the rarest, most difficult stones to find with the highest price tags out there. Much more than most gemstones cost. I mean, they are, with rarity comes an extra cost. So when you get tremendous rarity, you get a higher price tag to pay. That's just how the world works. But in this case, it just goes to show you, we really do make the impossible possible. We have brought these rings down, whether you like the diamond bypass style, which has all the big pear shapes, or if you like that alexandrite, which is a blue-green, where there are already purple colors shining through. So you're seeing a really good idea of the color change that takes place. Plus you have the Paraiba, that's a genuine blue-green copper-bearing Paraiba stone in a lot of gold. Everything on that wheel, all three rings, whichever one you choose, they're all going to be $9.99. Every one of them. So it's a last look at them while we have 20 minutes remaining to go in our show. $999 a piece. That is it. It's so little to pay when you're looking at some of the highest end we do. Alexandrite's the 32-pointer in platinum with the diamonds around it at 20. Then we've got the Paraiba at the 12-pointer here with 53 points in diamonds. My goodness, you're getting over a half carat in diamonds in that yellow gold. We're going to recap that emerald, and then don't forget all the pear shapes, 4 big pear shape VS diamonds in a bit of a bypass here. The pear shapes are lovely. You get the gorgeous way that it doesn't actually meet up in the middle, but you get those bigger stones, so they're really impressive and important stones, and everything up there is $9.99. Take them. They are fabulous. I want to recap one of our opals. We had this big opal blowout earlier with 3 different stones, but I just want to highlight one of them for you that is so outstanding. And then we have a last call on the show, guys. Anything you want to see, 20 minutes remaining. If you have a request, let us bring it out. We can help you out with requests. We would love to do that. We've got a 3-carat 2 cushion cut yellow diamond. It's under $20,000. I've got the big blue zircon. Somehow we have got this $13,000 ring way down. That is a lovely piece. We may have to show that. So last call, $9.99, 60 seconds, please. Then we're going to move right along and we'll get you anything else you'd like to see before we go. Now, a reminder, we have more shopping for you in the morning. So it's a quick turnaround here. Friday night into Saturday morning, we've got a 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time show. That's noon Central and 1 p.m. Eastern. So just a reminder that a lot of people look for us in the evenings on Saturday and Sunday. We're here in the daytime hours. So do keep that in mind. I do have a gorgeous kunzite. Anybody want a big kunzite emerald cut? Look at this one. This is a huge emerald cut stone. That's lovely. We can do that under $3,000. I might just go even lower on that. So we've got a lot of special pieces coming up, but 30 seconds remaining. I do want to show this to you on the hand one more time. I'm a little mesmerized here on a Paraiba. See, I love Paraiba. It's my favorite stone, always has been since I was introduced to it, but it's definitely, sometimes when you have a Paraiba, and I speak from experience, you don't want to wear it every day because you know how high value they are, and just, heaven forbid something happen, to it, or, you leave it, somewhere, or, whatever. I don't feel comfortable wearing, especially my bigger Paraibas every day, but I love it so much. I always want to be with it. I always want to have that gorgeous color. I love the rarity. So it's so nice to invest, $9.99 and get a great ring. It's still a bold ring with the wider band style, diamonds top and bottom, and then a few, you got the halo and then a few diamonds sprinkled within. But for $9.99, it's a great way to try Paraiba or maybe even gift it. Like for somebody who says, I'd love to go ahead and give it Paraiba to maybe a daughter or a granddaughter or maybe a sister or a best friend, but I'm not about to spend $50,000. That's a little bit maybe out of the gift price point. So here's how you do it for $9.99. It's amazing to be able to do that. Now I do want to show you one of the opals that we had earlier. This was part of a trio of opals, and I still can't get over this color. And what I want to do here is just bring it in one more time. Look at this individual stone for what it is, this incredible pattern on 6050. And I thought maybe some graphics would help out, because obviously when you got a trio, you don't get to see every little detail of everything right away. So 322 is the size of your opal here, and 63 points in the diamonds, which includes the baguettes and the rounds. So all of that going to be for one crazy low, and just happen to be one of those vibrant patterns where the blues and the greens meet up and match up, and you see how vibrant they are. And again, this is just really this pattern, this almost like your concentration of the material almost starts here, and it's as if this color is just bursting across the stone. It's an ample stone. 3 carats 22 is going to face up much larger than that, as opals do. So remember, that color is covering a large surface area, and that's why I point that out, because there have been a number of people who said, I returned my opal because you said it was 3 carats. I got it. It was huge. You know, if you don't like a big stone, you gotta be aware of that. You've got to just be mindful of the fact that opals are really quite a bit bigger than you might expect them to be, because if you got a 3 carat ruby sitting at home or 3 tanzanite, you're probably expecting something, you know, a third of this size or half this size. And so I really like to point out that that opal is a very large stone that you're getting, and it just looks larger than it is, right? So just so you're clear on what you can expect when it's on the hand, and then you've got the diamonds around it, but it's under $2,000. And that's not an opal. And I've got it the other way. You know, obviously I had the colors, the pattern facing the other way. I just want to flip it around so you can see all those different patterns and looks. And of course, as it moves, everywhere you see blue right there, it turns to green. So even though it's going to be really the blues and the greens, the purples and the aquas that are coming through here, you see what play of color does. $2,000? No. $19.99? No. $18.99? No. Going even lower than $17.99. A reminder, this opal, extraordinary. I think that out of the patterns and the color play, this is the way to go. It's $17.77. So a very important stone for a very small price is happening right there and now. And if you have any questions before we go, this is the time. It's best to call early, because I know we get busy at the end of the show always. And then sometimes people are disappointed because their piece is already gone to somebody else. And so always worth dialing in on the early side, getting in on your favorites, claiming what you can, making them yours. Look at this Trapiche. Obviously tonight we've seen an outstanding emerald that we will recap, but there is a Trapiche emerald pendant. Another collector stone that is really tough to find anywhere else outside of here. Here's 1125196. That is our 256 Trapiche, and it's got 14 points in the first halo of yellow diamonds, and then the 30 points in the white diamonds, and that is going to be 5196. And I just thought, well, there's a huge markdown, and I'm going to mark it down even more, so maybe this will go, because it used to be $69.99 and now it's not. And it's got a great finishing in the back. It's such a perfect kind of example of one of the rarest stones in the world. We just completely finished it, and you could wear it that way. It's like it looks a little bit like a love knot or a Celtic design when you see it from the back, heart shapes put together. That Trapiche is a 256. Yellow diamond weight is 14 points. The white diamond weight is 30. So it's going to give you 44 points, all custom made, even designer prongs around that stone, holding that into place. You're not paying $69.99. First caller scores it tonight. We're going to make it $29.99 instead. Tim, are you taking the opal? That stone is so good. And it's still here, by the way, but it's amazing. Emerald, we're going to just recap our crazy, beautiful, stunning Colombian. The Colombian emerald. I'm going to recap it again. It's going to say goodbye before the night is over, because there's just no value like it. I got a 3 carat 91 emerald. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. The drop earrings are gone. That would be the Sleeping Beauty pear shapes. Gone. Thank you so much. And this one's $29.99 if you'd like that fully finished Trapiche. I'm going to show you on the hand here so you can see the size. And we are down to 14 minutes to go. So not a lot of time, but a lot of great jewelry still hanging out. That is, look at that. You get transparent blocks throughout the Trapiche. So a lot of times with that 6-spoke style, the green in between the 6-spoked style is going to be very dark. And then it's really difficult to differentiate between where it's green and where it's black. So it's nice to have those bright green segments there. It's all one stone, but it's that incredible wheel design that you have of the Trapiche that makes it so distinguished and so distinctive. But 1 inch in the drop, I'll show it on the neckline here, $29.99 makes it yours. And you can see even from a distance as it's moving, the kind of gorgeous bright green clarity you're getting from a stone that usually in any type of emerald does not give that. So very proud of that one for $29.99. Now we go back to what is the uber clean and the crazy value that is our Colombian emerald, our 3 carat 91, 1128455. I know there are a number of you that are verifying and thinking about this already, intrigued and interested, giving it some serious consideration. This is where I remind you that if it's helpful, if it's a little bit of a larger charge to put on one card, we can certainly facilitate breaking up that payment to 2 times, so you can use 2 cards if that certainly helps out to make it a little bit more doable. It's an outstanding value. I mean, I've been selling jewelry for a long time, and you know, we know certain things about emeralds. And I spend most of my time showing you 1 carat emeralds for $4,000, $5,000. When I have 2 carat emeralds, they're $6,000 and $8,000. When I have 3 carat emeralds, well, you get the idea. They go up to 10 and 12. A 4 carat, this is so close to being 4 carats. It looks incredible. I'm actually going to borrow it, if I may, just to show you from a long distance away, to show you how from across the room, what an amazingly bright, clean stone that is. That is as about stunning as an emerald gets, because you're getting the ideal quality, color, and source. And that stone is glowing like that is, and it's huge. That's what an 8 or 9 carat stone looks like typically. That's what emeralds do. Less dense, more look. 391 should be, and we have a stone here that is this size, a different stone, it's $83,000. It's Zambian. This is the Colombian. This is really, it's outstanding. And it's not what it should be. It's got 71 points in diamonds. We kept it classic in the mounting, halo, diamonds down the sides, yellow gold. If you want to change the gold color, you may. I want it to be perfect. Perfect for you, whatever that may be. But I'll tell you right now, this is not even, I don't know, we probably, maybe my situation is this. Probably I just priced it too cheap. Because if you're more comfortable spending $16,000, $17,000, $20,000 and you know that's a great value, well, that's true. You're right on. If I've just gone too low, I've gone too low. But take advantage of that. It has not diminished the size, the color, the clarity, the origin that this stone is. Top of the line. We're going to show it again. And it is going to be the one to own here. 391 Colombian best. Best source in the world is Colombia. And you've got a 71-point diamond weight, and it is down under $10,000. It's better. It's $79.99. And that still just doesn't make any sense. Tim, did you get the turquoise earrings after all? You did, okay. And let's say you want to do 4,000 on one card and 4,000 on the other. We can do that. We can do that. That makes it a little easier. It certainly, I think, would. And just the opportunity is one that I can tell you right now, without a crystal ball, without being clairvoyant, there's not going to be a 4 carat emerald that is that quality for anywhere near $8,000. And maybe that's just 25 years of experience working against me here. Yes. Oh, good. 6050, the opal is gone. Congratulations. That's a beauty. Still have our alexandrite for $9.99. Still have our Paraiba for $9.99. Still going to show you a blue zircon that is awfully important. But this is the one to own at $79.99. It is the one to own. 3 carats 91, total museum piece here, and looks like this on the hand. It is just fantastic. And it's the only emerald you'd need. And that's the big problem. There's a lot of us, I'm one of them, like a bigger stone, like a bigger ring. But when it comes to good emeralds, you gotta have a lot of money to get a stone of that size typically. Look what that's doing. And I'm talking 30,000 a carat, 40,000 a carat, $50,000 per carat. Adds up quickly. And then what are you left with? A loose stone. Then you got to set it. Find the gold. Gold's not easy right now. Diamonds, not easy. We have put the whole thing together. We're going to deliver it in your ring size, in your gold color choice for $79.99. Still one of the most unbelievable values I've ever had, and it just happens to be here tonight. What a privilege. What a treat to see it. And that's going to be followed by our blue zircon, and you see how things are going here. Pretty much everything we've been recapping. Go in here at the end of the night. We said everything from the show would go. That's exactly what's happening. And we do only have 8.5 minutes to go. And yet we've got more jewelry, but what's tomorrow? Not this jewelry. Brand new, different, unique, styles you have not seen. We're not doing reruns. It's not going to be the reruns anymore. It's going to be new every day, fresh every time you tune in. One-of-a-kind values that make it imperative you're with us for every show so that you don't miss a moment or don't miss a piece. That's really what's key. $79.99 on this one. Let me show you the blue zircon just because this caught my eye. I know this ring. This ring was actually in the Sell It or Melt It event, and I said, stop, don't even melt it. Don't even take that stone out. I'm going to give this one last chance. And, you know, at the Sell It or Melt It, it was 7758, still is 7758. That's a 1170 stone, one of the brightest blue zircons. Check out that color. That's going to be our 1170 private collection blue zircon oval, 93 points in the signature mounting as well, finished on the inside, any gold you want, but it was $12,999 with a $1,300 discount because 10% off, but it's going a lot less than that. Opal still available? Or gotcha. Okay. So Opal, yeah, you may want to ask about that one. Here we go. Here we are with the $12,999 piece. So do y'all remember we had this event? It was a 10% off event. And it was literally, there were a couple pieces I literally just, I intervened. I said, we can't melt that down. The rest have been melted, long gone. It's part of why we're able to make new jewelry going forward. So affordable is, you know, reusing the gold and things like that. So really just, again, giving you value that now propels us to bring you value even on, yes, new items. But this is where it would have been $1,300 off. Well, that still would have been, you know, quite a bit of money. You know, would have been over $11,000. That's what I love about bringing these kind of encore deals is that the price tag's going lower because there's a lot of people that say, I'm sorry, why would I buy it after it's not on sale? Because it's a better price and because it's not going to be 11,000 or 10,000 or 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or 5. That's why. Because it's still an 1170. It's still got the amazing diamond mounting and it's not even $5,000. It's $49.99. First caller on that one and you get it in the gold you want. So here it is at $49.99. Yes, indeed. And that's how we take what was a $13,000 ring and certainly make it a lot more affordable than that. And here it is for one caller only. So now is the time. Pick up that phone and dial in. Don't forget about our emerald or our alexandrite or our Paraiba for under $1,000. Yes, we did have an alexandrite and Paraiba under $1,000. Those are not things I can say very often. Still have the Paraiba pear shape. I'm going to recap everything we have left in the show. And you know what? If anybody wants that big Paraiba, the one that is the Rubilite that has copper, and that was $496 in the carat weight. Remember this one, the $496? If you like that one, listen, the oval's already gone in auction. If you like the $496 that was $99.99, make me an offer on it. Make me a reasonable offer. It's a $10,000 ring. It was item number 8519. You can call up and make me an offer on it. I want all of our pieces to go and all of the Rubilites, especially the copper bearing Rubilites. We just introduced these tonight. So really want to make sure that they become as attainable as possible. If that's the one you're thinking of, we did have the heart-shaped pendant as well. If that's the one you like, $496, 101 in diamonds, that's going to be, I'm going to say make me an offer. I know we don't typically, I just want to make sure it's the end of the night. We have 5 minutes left. I want everything to go. We've got the emerald sitting here. I've got this one for $99.99. I know what happened to the auction. We all saw that. Went for a lot less. It was a 2 carat. This one's obviously more than double the size. Diamond weight's 101. Here's what it looks like on the hand. If you've got a reasonable offer, it would have to be reasonable. Again, the 2 carat went for around, what, $3,500. So You know, this is going to be that larger stone, more than double, so something to keep in mind. But again, I'd like to make it yours, and obviously we don't want to re-show again and again and again. It got its airtime, it got its chance. We'd like to get it at home tonight, send it out to you on Monday, and have it arrive in the next couple of days so you can see what it's all about. That's a stone to experience, because at this point, it's not like you're likely adding to the collection or you've got 5 of them sitting at home already. These are the pieces you want to add because they're new to experience, they're unique, they're not something you find anywhere else, even if you have access to the best designers in the world, even if you are in big cities, even if you do frequent, if you're an actual bidder at an auction house. These are the types of stones that are far, far more limited than even access that gives us. So this is really important here, and you can rely on us to bring you stones that really do bring you the rarity, and that one is exceptional. So we've got a few pieces to look at before we go. We've got that big zircon. There's the zircon for $49.99. I do want to show you the emerald. These are just great colors here. I mean, every single one, just a feast and treat for the eyes here to look at all those fabulous colors we have, some of the world's rarest stones on display, up for grabs, super affordable. Look at those 3 pieces there. Aren't those just beautiful? Great way to see what we can bring in great jewelry here, no doubt about it. And thanks everybody for being with us and spending a little bit of your Friday evening right here. A reminder, we're back in a few hours to do it all over again, but with new jewelry. So it happens at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's going to be at noon Central Time and 1 p.m. Eastern. We got 3 hours for your Saturday and Sunday afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. So we have got you a full complement of jewelry coming up all weekend long. A lot of debuts. We're going to do some auctions. We got some new one-of-a-kinds for you. And we have got an introduction of some designer pieces we've never, ever seen the likes of before. But again, everything up here is $79.99 or less. That would be $79.99 for the emerald on the left. That's only going to be, well, it was $99.99, but I'm taking an offer on it. So that's why I'm like, okay, be kind of open with us on what you want to do on that Rubilite with the copper. It's kind of up to you at this point. If I get a reasonable offer, I'll take it. And then we've got that beautiful blue zircon, which is going to be that huge 11 karat plus. It's 1170. It's almost 12 carats, and it's only $49.99. So you can let me know what you're thinking on any 3 of those. If you have any questions about them, we're here after we go off the air. The phone lines stay open for a few minutes to help you out. If you have some questions you want to address, or you want to pick up your favorite piece before it's likely gone by the morning, you know that happens. So it's time to do it now. Pick up the phone, dial in, let us know what you like, and if there's anything you'd like me to have ready for you tomorrow, we're always happy to help out with that as well. Let's say that you know you're going to be up bright and early tomorrow with us and you're ready to shop tomorrow. We can always have your piece at the ready, but I can reserve it for you, save it for you, show it to you whatever time you like. But with our last now 100 seconds to go, it is time to dial in, because those pieces are not going to last. They're not going to be here in the morning. They're going to be gone, because we got too many good values up here. The $99.99 copper bearing Rubilite, the $79.99 emerald, the $49.99 lightning rich blue. I mean, that's just an incredible zircon there. And that's going to be here. They're all super affordable for what they are, and they're all they got to find their homes. Every single one of them. And this emerald, again, look at that from a distance on the hand. It just completely lights up all 4 sides at the same time. Does not, I mean, even in darkness, look at that. I'll shadow the light completely, and look what that does. Still glowing. Still glows. Incredible stone, $79.99. That is a major, major Colombian emerald. So thanks again for being with us tonight. We hope you have a great rest of your evening here, whatever your Friday night entails. Please enjoy it, and I hope you can join us tomorrow morning for a little bit of jewelry joy and a little bit of just again, some real great happy values and some really cool new unique pieces. It's going to be a lot of fun. We love our weekends and get to spend time together on the weekends and in the daytime, so we can have everybody with us hopefully throughout the 3 hours. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we look forward to seeing you then. Remember, it's just 14 hours away from right now. So set those alarms. Be ready to shop tomorrow for some big values. We'll save you a ton of money tomorrow. And thank you so much for joining us, for watching and shopping tonight. We so appreciate you guys. Thank you for being part of the TVON family. I'm Lauren Blair. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you right back here at 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. We'll see you then.